Well, as we took a look at the buys here, looks like a half buy, one Scepter, one Marshal being brought out. The rest are Sheriffs.
And the Classic, we might see the Headhunter come out.
Well, with that Bolt Destroyer, they're going to get a whole lot of information. Boombot right through Bass, going to put some damage onto Boise State. Panda is able to answer that by taking out Relay. Now Brent's going to place his smoke right down there in the doorway for Baths. Panda knows someone is pushing up through there with this Viper roll, though splitting it up, making it more difficult for Boise State. Meanwhile, J-Bag keeping an eye out through here towards B, just waiting to see if they rotate out. There go the Seekers out from Delaware.
Yeah, even though there's a lot of pressure on A, it's important to keep one floating just in case. We haven't seen all the faces yet, but here's that entry utility that kind of makes a commit, and the pings are made. It looks like they might be moving right in, and wow. I'm surprised we actually didn't get that earlier, but here is the Viper's Pit looking to really lock down that spike. Man,
I like
Viper
that
Pit in
molly.
front of A, yeah.
Speaking of area of effect damage, we're going to have this Orbital Strike available soon. He's just going to launch his smoke right now. Boise State still up 4-0. Showstopper brought out and ends in tragedy.
Ooh. Somebody out there playing an excellent Showstopper. Did not commit to the play there, but goodness, what good eyes. J-Bald absolutely taking him down there in the smoke, looking for the decay to wear off so he can go back in. Oh, no.
Oh, no, the snake bite.
Snake bite place was too good, and the snake bite inside that Viper's Pit is just so powerful because you have to wait for it to be clean entirely to step in, but boy, being at 1 health under that is so rough.
Well, this is really a trip in pain for Boise State. They're looking for wins like the water in the desert they find themselves in right now, and there's going to be none available for them. As we head into, it looks like we're going to be going with a full buy here with, of course, it looks like Panda is going to be using the ult there, though, as substitute.
Is interesting because it's still nice to have a gun to back up with, and when you're holding on to, 4,000 creds, I'd probably like to spend some of them, but...
Of course, 9,000 and 8,000 creds is better than that. Delaware basically is loaded up right now. Trying to take a peek here through a short. Looking to see if anyone dares peek their head through. The dart is going to be thrown out.
Yep, the dart was shot.
The Viper is
Go a
there.
little bit deeper with the... already some action here in Hookah. We've got 2 deaths already of 4-4. Ult economy is looking pretty solid. We might see another ult here. I could expect... Yep, there we go. I was going to say.
Orbital Strike brought out. Tour de Force now back on B, and Panda picks up 1 with the slow. Going to pick up another, tears through, and that's what Boise State needed. There's only 1 left. And of course, Boise State is so close to the teleporter, they're going to know if they try to go over toward A, but John's still making something of this. Picks up Jabald. It's going to be thrown out the Owl Drone. They have you over the spike. Know that he's over there in labs.
And that's such a rough place to be caught as one person, because if they want, they could send one back there, and they might.
Dreammaker's going to tentatively try to push through here. But, they're just waiting for that peak. Oh, and J-Bag gets it. That's
the time.
Classic Valorant story when I'm playing, too. You're trying to set up a play, and then you just see the activity feed, and like, you're happy we won one, but okay.
But it would have been nice if it was on my screen. But
right. I just wanted to hear the audio cue is all. Those E minor chords.
Yeah, yep. Well, it's all for the play. Being able to move up in front and apply pressure is just as important as actually getting the kill. And they know that. The teamwork is there for the win con.
Boise State is going to find themselves up 1. Had to use the Tour de Force for it. They are going to have the Orbital Strike still available, sitting on that, and
maybe we'll get to see a more exciting Showstopper from Delaware.
I mean, hopefully here. That was sad for Boise State as he throws out the molly into the doorway there.
Ooh, hey, we might actually. This race is getting very excited, using almost utility just to take 1 person out of Bath. I wonder if they're just baiting utility and looking to rotate somewhere else. Our Brimstone's not afraid though. Starts to move up. Sure enough, we see quite a bit of action on the other side of A. They love that vision time. Wow, got
running
right
on into the Owl Dart.
Not the move. Got ran into after that. Absolutely muzzle buried by Dreammaker over there.
Wouldn't be surprised to... They've basically committed everything over to A. We hear the Showstopper be brought out, but from what I'm hearing right now, it looks like their race has rotated over as the Viper is still hanging out near teleporters. Jabalt's still holding down Bath's going to get damaged a little by the snake bite. It's evened up to 3v2. Now 2v2 as Havster eliminates Dreammaker. Shell's still in U-Haul. J-Bag trying to get a sneaky flank back up through A short. There's only 1 left. It's their Viper. They're painting. They know where the Viper is. Throws out the eye. Still on the hunt. Throws out the eye yet again. Not going to have that available anymore
Yeah, and not a lot of swing off the eye. And no, oh,
there they
there's
go.
contact. They know where they're at. They can start pinching in. They get real close. They're almost walking the same angle here. Beautiful. And that brings it to 2-6. Oh, wait. Not everyone has avoided the 3-9 curse. We're getting close there.
Yeah, we're getting. Hopefully, don't.
Wait a second.
You know, Boise State, just take this one step at a time. You know, let's just get every win that we can have here. Boise State now back up to full guns, putting a bit of a dent in Delaware's econ. Although it's still going to be they'd have to get 2 or 3 more rounds to really for Delaware to be worrying about having light pockets right now. Here we go, Dreammaker ready to throw out, trying to get a shock dart right there into market. As near the teleporter, they see the Viper going to throw down the smokes.
Yeah, so much noise here on A, and they've been so successful with A, it's tempting to say that Delaware's just going to rinse and repeat. So we already see B starting to rotate over, try to get a flank here. They've got to be careful, though, in market there. That's such an easy spot to watch for the flank.
But I saw 2 members there around A short, so it looks like Delaware isn't going for a split push here. They are all bunched up towards A. So that's why I like the angle that the Reyna is taking here, because they could very well decide to just all go through B, of course. If that's the case, you got to have, well, that might open it up for A for Delaware.
Oh, J-Bag doesn't get the cheese instead.
Oh, he's waiting. Look at that patience.
Oh, the patience. Go for 2. Mag gets the 3rd.
That is beautiful. I was wondering, does J-Bag have the patience to pull off an angle like that?
Unreal.
And he delivered. Going to have the Empress now online for him. It is back even. Boise State back in this.
Yeah.
See Dreammaker trying to rotate up, maybe clear teleporter here, because it might be an option for Delaware if they can get up to the B teleporter. Oh, more!
Oh, the
look at
sneak! Too good! Dreammaker taking another 2 and getting the spike down, absolutely changing the win con here. They've got to get back to A short, but people are already all over site. They're not even worried.
I mean, basically every pick there from Boise State was in the back of Delaware.
Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, 2 sets of doubles and then the last one out of the timer. A beautiful play. Just silent killers right here. Bringing us up to, was that...
3 and 6. So.
Ooh. Getting close to the half.
I mean, considering that they were 6-0, if Boise State can make this 6-6, that's a beautiful recovery.
Oh,
and I think maybe Delaware caught them off guard early on with how well they were split pushing and rotating. But now it seems like Boise State is getting all the flanks.
Yeah, and that acclimating to the playing style of the other team is great, because now it's not just that we've gotten lucky a few times. There is a shift in the momentum here, and like new information's been made and understanding. That light doesn't catch anyone, and no one shoots it down, so we're thinking it's a B. A good read. People moving right over, catch already 2 or 3 faces, and the replies are pretty solid. Japster does catch one on the BSU side, and Brown Budlight catches another one, meaning we're at a 3-5 trying to rotate in, and 2 ults come out for it.
It's going to be interesting to see how Boise State's chamber play, because he has committed to the operator, and Boise State normally being so starved for credits. I was going to think of Remike in a situation where he tries to save, but now Boise State, they're just going to have to, Jabal's just going to have to clutch it and maybe grab the op from himself, but that's not going to be the case. Tour de Force has been brutal for both teams.
Yeah. It's been really getting its value there. I was hoping for an orbital strike just to clear things out, but the fact is that when you plant default, you can watch from hookah too well, and that just doesn't take the space that you need a Killjoy for. I'm surprised we don't see a Killjoy here. That's one of my favorites on this map, actually.
Yeah, Killjoy. We also don't see a Jet.
Yeah. That's
another
crazy.
Thing to bring out.
I didn't even consider that. But, I mean, when you have a good Reyna player, they have the same ability that a Jet does, honestly. Yeah. That raise is just so necessary on this map.
And, I mean, they do have that chamber, still kind of the one that can match Jet for these aggressive op peaks. And so they still have that kind of utility brought in, as the bird is going to be thrown out. Not going to be tries to take an op shot, and Dreammaker's going to be caught out in baths. And now with that op drop, that's a dangerous position for Boise State to be brought out there.
Oh no, J-Bold walks into the orbital strike. That has been a rough one. First Dreammaker trying to run with the op. J-Bold absolutely caught right outside the door. They've got to push A on this. They've already cleared 2 people. That's the 3rd one, but we take them no trouble. W Panda ain't worried. Looking to hold that bath, setting up the teleport for it, trying to get deep in there, check things out. J-Bat doesn't get a lot of info, but we do know that the Viper has to be deep somewhere in there, and Brim's got to be on site because he set these smokes in. So it is a full commit, and Spike is nearby.
Whoa, she moves out of their own Viper's pit, and the flick for Boise State is on point. Now it's 2-1. Boise State just has to be sure they don't get too careless here. They have the advantage. Just make sure you double peek correctly.
Ooh.
We're looking at a possible ace here for Delaware.
No.
He's going to pick it up.
Unreal. Safadi, good work. That was ridiculous, that 90-degree. That's the Kovacs coming in for sure.
Now Boise State, last round before the swap, they have 2 ultimates available, so better use them right now. Probably full buys as the teams can do them. I was so surprised there at that peek out from the Vipers.
Oh my gosh. That was such a good one. That's when the aim labs.
This is one of those moments you kick yourself for, though. You're both at full health. You should be able to win this.
Yeah, it just
especially
he
was peeking while he was crouching too. So, I mean,
ooh, early fire takes J-Bag down.
Gonna bring out the Hunter's Fury for Dreammaker here.
And on A, which means we've got a pretty aggressive split push. Well, it worked for him in the start. We're down to 4-4, but there's so much contact going on. Javester takes one. Let's see if there's a good reply to it as Shells looks to take care of some people with paint shells in Hookah. Doesn't look like there's much payoff from it, so it could be more of an A than a B push, but gosh, I hate saying it, but we're at 3-8.
Now Boise State, you just have to wonder if they're waiting for a rotation through Hookah for this orbital strike. That's the one ultimate that could turn it around for the Broncos, as Delaware doesn't have anything right now. Dreammaker solo holding A now. Going to have the Dart be back online, so that's going to give some great information from them. Looks like the rotation is over from B. Question is, when does he use that orbital strike? Brings it out onto point. But Shells is just going to steal away everything with a double, of course, and now it's 2v2. Shells has to win against the Viper. Unfortunately, not going to win, so it's all down to Dreammaker. He hears the spike, B planted. He's 15 seconds away from another dart here, but he's just going to go right through the smoke.
Oh, man, still standing the decay.
Oh.
Can we call it bravery? That takes so much health to stand in that smoke. And it was an excellent read there, though, keeping our ultimate, the orbital strike, with someone else on the site we thought it would go to, and it totally did pay out there, and keeping someone in the backup just in case. The real problem here, the place I think BSU's failing, is the gunplay. And the times that we really take people out, it's because our technical has gotten so good that we're stabbing people in the back 2 at a time and don't have to worry about the gunplay. I think Delaware, it's
definitely the 1v1s. Well, our worst fears are realized. Delaware has made it a 3-9, so we're going to see if Superstition is brought out again, as Boise State looks like they're going to be planning to push up through Hookah here. Which, of course, you generally want to have one person just having that crosshair placement on Hookah, one of the most common peaks in all of the games. So,
ooh, that flash is so much info. They've already got people out. Luckily, we did get a tag from Dreammaker, so W Panda knows what to watch as he moves up. Got the Headhunter out. J-Bag, man, that is such a good molly in Hookah. Just kind of shuts it down. We have them duo check this 50-50. Good show technicality. Oh my goodness, Dreammaker getting very close. We saw the teleport out though. Headhunter going in to follow it. Nothing there. Shells is already clearing sight. Catches one right off the side. Oh, and that is such a cool skin. Sight absolutely controlled by Boise State.
Yeah, that comic book skin is so cool.
Yeah.
I remember, well, I'll give my thoughts on it a little later. Right now we've got more pressing matters as Boise State has gotten the spike planted on B. They do know where Safadi is. Safadi wanted to get an ace last time, so he can be a power player. Boise State J-Bag's going to try to pinch him in. Panda picking up Safadi. Now it's just a question of where Brown is. Nice. Panda's going to find him, and Boise State off to a good start. Okay, back to the comic book skin, which is the real. I remember when that came out, and I'm browsing through the Valorant videos, and one person, one of the comments is why you never want to use this skin. And okay, sure, I'm sure there's some sort of pixel thing where the animation makes this one peak on Icebox. You have a 40% chance winning instead. It's like I'm getting too many Smash Bros vibe here, where you see something that's beautiful, a beautiful stage be brought on cosmetics, and one goes, well, I'm sure that's not going to be tournament legal. It's like, okay, you don't like to have fun. I get it. you know, with a game like Valorant, I want to have any opportunity to have fun because it is like I need to take what I can get here.
Yeah, it can be a pretty dry game when you need every hitbox to be the same and every colors has to be the same, and you can't use sprays at certain times because it'll Yoru prank people.
It's too distracting.
Yep.
There goes JBag, though, with a great pick onto John. Boise State turning things around, making it 5-9 now. Look at this. It's just one after the other. Safadi and Relay taken out. Boise State is now going to be moving on to A, gets the plant. Where is Chamber is the question.
Yeah, if I was Chamber, I would be hiding. Trying to take an ace clutch right here, Delaware. Can you do it? Second point out of the half. Oh, shows his face and is shut down. Wow, tries to swing peek onto 3 people, and W Panda doesn't even worry about the ADS, just headhunters him from the hip.
Well, now Boise State is going to find themselves with a full purchase, all guns available.
Let's see that one again. Just kind of dinking around, hanging out. We're not worried. Oh, and they hear him. Stim beacon already goes down. They're ready
throw
for
the
flash.
eye out.
Oh, that guy just walked into so much utility. That is rough. All right, here we go. Coming in. Oh, this boombox coming right into Hookah. A tale as old as time. I remember watching Anomaly play this when I was trying to get my beta drop.
Ooh, and it's going to get mowed down immediately, so Boise State is at least going to get some information in terms of that. Meanwhile, Dreammaker trying to push up through baths.
Look at the mini-map. We still have Spike in pocket. We're playing a very gentle just poke. Just poke and prod. A little bit of baiting on the utility. No one actually shows their face. We don't see any red on the mini-map. It's a gentle play style, but it can be so effective in just screwing with the other team. We'll see if Delaware's used to in scrims this very split push style play. See how they respond to it. JBag already creeping up, making a little bit of ground. And when you're playing with this poke prod play style, that's huge. So we already see the rotation over to B, maybe.
Boise State knows that someone was at least holding Hookah here with shells with how fast their boombot got placed down. They're going to find the Hawk placed through the teleport here. John gets the first pick onto Jabald, so the poke game is going to go in favor of Delaware instead.
Yeah, and that's a huge drop considering that this is already behind the halfway lines, pretty close to our gates, and now we have to kind of commit to the A site because grabbing that spike and rotating B is not going to happen. So they're able to pack up completely.
And that's the old demons that Boise State is having there. Those one-on-one gunfights. Relay picking up 2. Now Boise State is going to have to take this back 2-0. Might be trying to wait for this this brim smoke to wear out, but they're not going to have a lot of time. I don't think they have the luxury. This
I think
might just be going for a save here.
On the save here. Yeah, interesting what you said about the one-on-ones again. I'm surprised they took on that fan mentality instead of just going for a full rush somewhere.
Oh,
when the one-on-ones have not, you know, like that. 5-10. Not a terrible place to be.
I mean, they basically have a little bit of time to kind of, they can at least afford one more save round probably, so. Right now we see JBag just 2 away from their Empress, so.
It looks like they don't really want to though. Is that a Vandal that we're holding right there?
Yeah, JBag's holding a Vandal, so they're probably thinking we can buy at least this round here, save in one of the other 2 rounds if we lose. Probably pick up 1. Of course, going for the Pro Vandal here. I appreciate that. Best skin in the game.
Ooh. Interesting. I would have had W Panda push right through the that wall there and try to get on the other side of the acid pit, maybe take it. Maybe I just have a more aggressive playstyle, but we're seeing Javaster take down JBag as well. Shells is looking to push back in here. I don't see the chamber backing them up, though. Oh, there it is. Love that. Looking to take this 50-50 at the same time is a good call. Now they do push through it. They're able to take one down. They know the Brimstone is back there looking to pop way in, getting very aggressive. Cleans the site, sees it, takes it. One more.
They're not going to mess with that teleport now. They know they can rely on the audio cue. Actually, it's going to get taken out. Going to be trademarked. This one member of Delaware has rotated back up through Hookah, but is going to have to deal with their own smoke against them now. Going to be just doing a little bit of a spray through the smoke. Ooh. That's a very well-placed Molly picking up shells. And
that's a rough one. That's a pixel good Molly because it just barely touches the wall to pinch people again and covers all of the area underneath. So that's a defuse for Delaware, bringing us to 5-11. Do you think they can come back from this?
Ooh,
what do you think they'll have to change to make it happen?
Well, now's about the time where they have ultimates coming online, so they might decide to go for a save. I think they definitely go for a save here. They realize they don't want to be brought up to 12-5, not having full weapons. So Chamber, it looks like he's already going to be bringing out his tour de force, so probably just going to go for the bonus here.
Oh, that Ion Sheriff just looked beautiful. I think Ion's one of my favorite. I'd like to see something really aggressive here and really together, especially considering that the range of our weapons has changed now that we're looking for a save, and the other team is loaded and knows it. So they're probably going to be playing a nice anti-eco, holding very far, and not being very aggressive. So I think we can complement that by really rushing in.
Gonna try to take a peek here. One shot, one kill with the Sheriff. Can J-Bag pull it off? Still not finding anyone there. It looks like the dart has been thrown up through A short as Jabal trying to take a peek here through onto Hookah. Whoa. Gonna get one, even it up to 4-0. We already hear the tour de force shots being brought out by Panda. Is he gonna pick one up through Baths here?
Oh, he's
just trying to get the peek.
Once you know they have a trademark.
Yeah,
I don't want to push that. Yeah.
Gonna throw out another trademark. I like these kind of aggressive uses of the Sentinel's abilities here to try to clear out an angle. He's gonna be making his way onto A site here, but he's gonna have to clear out these angles one by one.
Whoa,
oh, gets the headshot!
Oh, understand. That's just so good game sense. You know it's been quiet for a while. You know they're jiggle peeking with the knife in the back corner. Just goes straight to it. That was beautifully played.
But it is not over for Boise State. They're going to have to deal with these Seekers. Jabal gets trademarked right on B point here as Hunter's Fury is brought out by Dreammaker, able to take out Havster. That is the opening there. He sees, he wins that 1v1. That's what Boise State needed. And now they're going to be able to get the plant here. They have the orbital strike, in case things go very wrong, Jabal down to only 11 health. Now the question is, where is the sky? Maybe they saw where one of those Seekers was emanating from, so maybe they can get a little information there.
That is the weird thing about the Seekers, is it kind of gives up a little bit of information when you use it. So you don't want to be the last person on the map when you use it. I wouldn't even like use it. Oh my goodness, how did she sneak in there?
I don't know, but Panda definitely has the view, and is going to take the Vandal for himself. It's exactly what Boise State needed. They're still holding on here.
Beautifully played. Are holding on indeed.
Oh, this was such a beautiful play.
This was so good.
This is poetry in motion.
Top 5 for sure.
Just wait for the jiggle peek.
Ooh, oh, just cleans right. I'm sure it caught him in the ear. That's
why you have a 144 hertz monitor.
Yep.
So he's probably seen. I knew my investment for 500 hertz monitor was going to be worth it. Well, there goes the showstopper being brought out by Delaware.
Yeah, which I'm sure is accompanied by 2 blast packs.
I love the cheese charm on the gun. I like that. See, half of my commentary is just commenting on the skins here because I'm that vain.
That's all right. At least you don't talk about skin lore. I don't even understand that, or how people can get so deep into Valorant skin lore.
We're going to try to take a peek through here. Dreammaker might have this old orb available, or might try to bait something out with it. Not going to use the Owl drone as things being traded back and forth. Jabal picking up a double, bringing it to 3v3. Boise State still has the chance. They think someone might try to rotate through your cave, and his intuitions are right. Oh no, that's a tough orbital strike. He is going to barely escape from it. Do a few fires through, throw out the molly. Is someone hiding there? It doesn't quite look like it, but Panda picking up the pieces with a double, picks up the spike, and they see the green light. They're ready to go.
Wow. What an intense play right there between, oh, I thought I saw someone. All right, well, yeah, there it is. Yeah, between the Rays and then the cooperation to make the call. Hey, I've got him pinned. Just use your orbital strike. It's worth the kill. Barely made it out there.
And you got to think here about the ulti economy. Remember what was brought out. We've seen Showstopper, Orbital Strike, the Seekers. Basically, 3 of them are accounted for, so they know it's reset for Delaware for at least 3 of their ultimates. So, and we can see here through the old Boise State having the advantage. Showstopper now online for the Broncos.
As well as the Orbital Strike. So we could see a similar round like last time, but this time, hopefully, we can flip it to our advantage. Spike is still in pocket. We're considering an A-B split on the shorts. No, it's all A, and they're just holding Spike back just to make sure we don't give away too much. But I'd like to see when that happens, someone on B or someone watching the flank.
Did you hear all of that audio cue through
yeah, there's a lot going on.
Shell's going to try to make his way up to U-Haul here. They are just going right through, but Delaware's going to know where they are thanks to that trademark they placed down in A short. Boise State picks up, gets the first pick. Shells with the grenade. Living up to his name, Shells with the paint shells, picking up the pick.
Still holding on to that nice and nicely.
Oh, this is that 1v1 we were talking about, and Boise State able to at least trade 1-for-1 there, and they know where Relay is, so J-Bag just gets the pick. Now it's 8-11. I don't want to get too ahead of, put the cart ahead of the horse here, but remember, they started 9-3 for the second, and Boise State looks like they might turn it around.
Yeah, so acclimating very well, and I feel like I'm seeing more teammate push here. Maybe they've realized the one-on-one is not really there, and they need to be able to swing off contact.
Or I like this. This is what we can see. So the two ultimates, we're right, the two ultimates that Delaware hasn't used yet, those are now online. Boise State can match that with their two ultimates, though. But I have to wonder, the Tour de Force, no matter what team has used it, they have picked up so much with it, so they got to respect it.
I knew it was going to be an instant Viper's Pit, and the Tour de Force coming out soon, I was, not surprised with it, because they're probably trying to save Econ here.
Well, that's a good first pick. They're going to bring out the showstopper. Going to be able to pick up Relay, just charging right onto B. Dreammaker taking out John. They have to basically deal with the Tour de Force and the Viper's Pit at this point.
Beautifully played. We see a 4v2 here with low health on one of our players. The Tour de Force is coming in, but you have to walk with that Tour de Force. They've got to be peeking angles with that. So if we can keep jiggling and just holding our spot on the defensive position, we might be able to take it out. There goes Brown.
Ooh, it's going to have to be the ultimate chamber clutch here. Not going to work. We heard one shot come out from it, but Shells is going to get the triple. And now we're at 9-11. Boise State, they don't want to be counted out.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you cannot count your chickens before they hatch for this game.
With this many wins, now you have to be considering where Delaware is going to eco, when they're going to be half buying, because now we've gotten to that point where they can full buy probably one more time, but if Boise State wins one more, you could basically see it going to 11-11 based off the eco alone.
That's true.
All right, the Broncos staging quite a rally here. We'll see if they can continue with it. J-Bag taking a little bit of a peek here onto A short. The Dart is going to find one member of Delaware up on B. To make that two of them, they know they're holding down B. Jabalt now moving up through Hookah. Going to be backed up by Shell. Safadi with the Guardian pick is going to be taking out Jabalt. So we probably know Delaware is at least half buying for this round.
Ooh, the Rays really pushed up on that from Shiny, made it all the way through and was able to take one down. W Panda looking to take out the usual spots, might move in through this wall, but he is so under fire. They're just spending time smoke after smoke to prevent people from moving in, so he's got to go for it. Takes this guy right to the jaw. Man, that was a cheeky push.
It is not over yet, though. Still 3-4 as whole lot of util goes out to block Hookah. Panda just trying to see if Delaware does it again. Just tries to peek through the smoke here. Dreammaker off to the side. Gonna win that against Relay. Boise State has another chance here. They make their way onto B point. Now it's 3-2 as J-Bag picks up one against Safadi. We hear the teleport be brought out, so Boise State is gonna get even more information. Probably one gonna try to push up through Hookah. J-Bag takes him out. It's just one more. The chamber has to clutch again. They know where he is, trying to push up through lap, and Panda makes it 10-11. Broncos still alive.
Unbelievable. This is huge. Even losing the next two and coming back from an 0-6 and a 9-3 up to just almost overtime level play right here. You really have to wait until it's over to say it's over in this game.
What a match this is turning out to be. Boise State looking like they were just going to get mowed over. Remember, they started this out 0-6.
I was worried.
This is the kind of match I want to see. You know, you were saying this your first peek into collegiate Valorant. Yep. How's this for an intro?
Oh, it's great. And I love the acclimation that I was hoping to see. Just playstyle changing. That was close. I'm surprised we did not get any entry utility there. J-Bag might be considering the eye now. No. Man, the aggressive paint shells I've loved seeing. Dreammaker doing an excellent job of the Owl Drone here, getting nice and high. Ooh, gets actually a ton of info. Usually they don't last that long on A site here.
Yeah,
so.
You got a couple dinks against it, but overall still surviving. Panda trying to push up through bats here. Has the Tour de Force available. Should he decide to use it. Going to place out one of kind of these aggressive trademarks. Actually, the teleport right there to take a peek up through. All of the Brim smokes are down. Showstopper from Delaware in U-Haul gets Jabald.
And that is spiked down in a really awkward position, too. It is so easy to just toss a molly or paint shells back there. It could be rough to take this without first mowing everyone down. And at a 3-5, that's not super easy to do. So J-Bag just looking to clear all the corners, be very deliberate. Takes one out. followed with Dreammaker. John replies, bringing us to a 3-2 and low health on Sova. Dreammaker trying to keep himself alive. J-Bag tries to get one. Oh, almost shot in the back there a little bit, but
saved by Dreammaker. Has 43. Gonna bring out the Hunter's Fury. Brown is gonna eliminate Dreammaker though. Calls out the Hunter's Fury. 43 health and a prayer to keep it from going to match point. A peek there. He knows he's at short. Is he gonna be able to win this 1v1?
The dog is already coming in after him, and they've got the info. He
doesn't have time. Even if he had won there, he wouldn't have had time to grab and plant. So now we're at match point. Boise State 3 in a row. Can you do it?
Ooh. Even just 2 in a row.
Yeah, 2 in a row. At least you put it to you know, the best of 2. So now Boise State, the good news is they won so many around, they're going to go for a full buy again. Of course, Delaware winning this one, we're probably going to see full guns for both teams.
And a little bit more ultimate economy on the board. We didn't get a whole lot last time. We did see Delaware use up, was it 2 of their ults, and then we used the Hunter's Fury. So
yeah, we have the ulti advantage here. Ooh, very aggressive util going out through B long here, but Boise State is just going to charge right up through it. They are fearless, going up through Hookah as well. Empress going to be popped by Boise State. We still have that, actually Orbital Strike was used by Boise State. Tour de Force still online there. There goes the Orbital Strike out from Delaware, using what they can get, but it's J-Bag and Shells picking up 2. Boise State up 5-3, now 4-3. Jabal needs to plant here so he can get back into the fight, and now Boise State has planted the spike. Probably knows where Delaware is, throwing down some util and some trademarks. Boise State just doesn't need to blow this. They are in the driver's seat. Just don't get too careless.
Yep. Just play for time, play nice and gentle, keep jiggling. They don't really have a whole lot of lineup potential here, so everyone's got to stay on site. Everybody's just watching the angle. It is so tight right now. Taking this would be huge. That means only just 1 more point. We already see the entry utility looking to clear all the angles. Oh, and it's up in the face. They take one out, that second one also paying in at the same time, and it is gone.
And you know what I love about this is you have to wonder, Delaware went full buy there. They might be stuck at a half buy here on top of the tour de force available for Boise State. So in terms of eco here, I think Boise State has set themselves up beautifully to make this 12-12.
They do have a nice advantage here. We see them considering, oh, they haven't chosen site yet. I'm getting excited.
Might be going for kind of a split push here. It looks like there's just enough credits for Delaware to...
Ooh, but it's tight.
But I have to wonder when the tour de force is brought out. That is a juicy dart.
So much information on that dart. That is excellent. Dropping, just following up with the shock dart.
Hey, we know where everyone is now. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Ooh. But look, the Marshall in clutch. Boise State is just going to try to spray them down. Bringing out the tour de force as well. Shells gets the double, picks up the spike. Now they are on point. Unfortunately, the tour de force was burned for Boise State with nothing to show for it. But look at this. The showstopper just online for Shells. If he can get 1 pick here, he can use that to kind of guarantee that it goes to 12v12 for Boise State. Just going to have to see what the peaks turn out for.
Man, just so tight. Going in to plant that spike. They think the site's clear. He
just needs to plant the spike for the showstopper. He has it online now.
Ooh, just being close enough where you can use the showstopper on that. I'd be a little bit further off if I were Shells, but let's see how they decide to take it. Showstopper in hand. The pings are going crazy.
This might just be a showstopper right in the face of Delaware. Just try to work out that reaction time. Here we go, going to throw out that stim beacon. Where are you? Here's the audio cue. Showstopper goes out. Brown is picked up by Jabal. Now they know where he is. And Boise State pushes it to 12-12. We're into overtime now.
Woo. Overtime number 1. Oh, that fly bullet from Jabal. That was crazy. So close, looking for the wall bang there.
Oh my goodness, Boise State recovering from a 6-0 deficit, now in overtime, 12-12, and we're just in the first of a best of 3.
We are indeed. It is neck and neck here. Could be a long night and some tight games.
Oh, and Dreammaker bringing out the Odin. I like this.
Sova Odin, classic. Yeah, we are now governed by the economy of overtime rules, so we should see this standard buy, not full force buy with sidearm, but standard buy each time.
Everyone's ulti charged up about half here. It's just going to try to spray right through, get a wallbang. Doesn't look like that's too fruitful, but Boise State is going to get at least some information.
Look at all that utility. Woo! It is a full push on A. They have split the site way up. I wouldn't be surprised if the plant comes in the next 5 seconds.
Driving not advised. Visibility very low right now for Boise State. Here goes Panda trying to get a peek in through U-Haul. They know there's one person in there. Can they mow them down with the Vandal? Doesn't look like they're just going to wait a little bit more for it. Throw the paint shells in, try to clear someone out. Goodness. Waiting for the peek here, Jabald, as the Boise State goes, tries to get the pinch. Might also be looking for a rotation over to B here. Dreammaker still holding this down with the Odin.
We must have made a great display of power and really intimidated that A push, because even though all that utility was committed, we've only seen one push so far as people go. Dreammaker caught up in the tube here, absolutely takes one to the face of the Odin, goes in for the second one, and it happens. Spike is down. They're owning the site. The third one's not quite there, but now we have the information. It's a 2-on-2, and we're already on site. They're going in for the plant, and W Panda is looking to prevent them.
Trying to rotate up through elbow here. Can Boise State pull this off? Throws out the eye. That's going to at least Delaware give some information. They're throwing out the Seekers for even more info. Boise State now just going to wait for the right sort of peak here. Hawk, a very crucial flash against the Broncos. Looks like he manages to survive, though. Still at half health, just throwing out one shot here or there. And is able to take out Relay. It's 1-to-1 against John, but he gets flashed. Oh no! The flash does it for Delaware.
John has been so aggressive with those flashes. I feel like every time the gates go up, a flash is out to make some information.
And basically everything, he got every flash he threw out there. So.
Oh, yeah. Man, just great flash. But I mean, I think that's like 80% of the utility for Sky is that flash. It is just so strong. And the Wolf is nice, but that flash is just so powerful. To be able to go high is more important than the concussive.
And it was basically because Delaware committed so much util to their initial A push. That was really the only thing they had left to take side away from Boise State, and it came through.
That was crazy. Do you think that they were just trying to bait it by going looking for a full push? And
I don't know. That's an awful lot to commit for a bait.
And it seemed like it took too long. Like, if you're going to try for that bait, give them a second to rotate and then be in on their tail. But it seemed like really they just got pushed away. Well, whatever it was, they made the right call because they were ready to take the round. And now we're up to the other half of first overtime, 12-13. If Delaware takes this, they walk home with the first for 3 points.
Trying to take a peek through B lone here, might be going over to short. Meanwhile, on A short, J-Bag throwing out that eye. Gets a peek onto one. I think that was the Brimstone. He is going to use a ping there. The smoke is thrown out, but it's not going to make too much of a damage from where J-Bag is. Trying to go out through the molly onto point. And, of course, classic Valorant story. When you turn away, they hit you in the back. Yeah,
it's always how it is. Just going to kind of watch the angle all day.
Ooh, gonna get hit with that wolf.
Oh, it's a good thing you had a teammate watching the same angle. That was a little scary. That's just a nightmare frame right there, that one too.
The flank from Brown here on A short forces Jabal to turn around. They have the advantage of Spike being planted. It's going to go down, of course, to a 1-to-1 to decide it. And he wins that one back to 13-13.
Beautifully played. I almost expected him to back way up and throw the molly, but he's committed to the 1v1 gunplay and absolutely took the headshot. So it's double overtime. What do you think? How are you feeling?
I don't know what to feel anymore. This has been such a roller coaster of emotions for me.
It feels like the longest games start.
I am in a glass case of emotion. Well, Boise State, we're basically back up to everything being reset in terms of util and ulti. Gonna initially throw down some smokes up through baths here. I did hear a Hawk be brought out.
That happens pretty consistently. Might see some A. Oh, that's a pretty good indication of moving in. Yeah, we've got Paint Shells and Boombot committed here, so 3 people are watching this A short, trying to move off the Lear. Not a whole lot of utility out of the Lear when the smoke's already up, though, so J-Bag looking to try to get some through the smoke, as is Panda. Not catching a whole lot. As the smoke clears, we see 1, maybe 2 people holding on the other side. Not a lot through Bath and not a lot of people watching Bath. We kind of have a side angle going over to Shells, just practicing the volley song, keeping things loose.
Flexing that Radianite.
Yep. Ooh. Just
still taking some risky peeks up through A here.
Yep, I think this would be a good chance to use the Lear if it hadn't been used in that smoke earlier.
It's just going to have to wait here. Making sure that crosshair placement is pixel perfect.
Yep.
But they have the advantage 5 and 4, so... Oh, and he loses it, of course.
When you hold, do you like to, a stagnant hold, or do you jiggle hold?
Ooh, I technically, you know, my aim needs enough help as it is, so if I'm holding, I'm doing stagnant hold just personally here, but I am not at the same skill level as Boise State here or Delaware, so I'll be the first to admit that. I need whatever help I can get just to make sure I'm not aiming into the wall.
Yep, me too. I gotta be grinding the Kovacs to ever get. Oh, goodness. A little bit too much screen time there. Saw two of them, is able to take one, gets rid of the Seekers. Dreammaker looking to wrap back around and take maybe just one more, prevent this from going in.
Oh, he doesn't have the time, though. He needs to hurry up here.
Oh, so close.
Who has to reload, too.
No reason to save.
Where are you?
Oh, it is not going to happen.
And he has the orbital strike, too. Yeah, he's just going to stall for time. That's rough.
Oh,
there he is.
Intuition was right, but at the wrong time. That means if Boise State wants to win this, they've got to push us to triple overtime by taking the next point.
Okay. I've heard of inopportune ads coming up at the worst time. Seems like it happens to all of us, but...
Just wanted to remind you guys that we're watching
Boise State esports broadcast.
Boise State esports broadcast. Welcome to the arena.
I mean, Boise State in the match of their lives, but let's go to a short break first to see what happens. We know everyone's on the edge of their seats, but those sponsors have paid good money.
Flirting with triple overtime, but if you want to join the pack.
But right now, we want to talk to you about the great deal you can get on Gaming Mice right now.
Here we go. Going really aggressive with the Lear. He knows he saw one here. Just trying to get out of that. Oh, a little bit of a boombot action like dogfighting here in U-Haul.
Oh, John wins again.
Shoulder. And the flash comes out. You've got to follow that up, and it happens. That means John took two before going down to BSU Shells. Shells looking to take that initiative.
With the shock dart, though, he's evened it up.
Ooh, unreal. Those shock darts can be so good. Blast pack goes off, and he's ready for the plant.
He's going to try to get another peek here through U-Haul. They haven't planted yet.
Yep.
Dreammaker just one away from his Hunter's Fury, and if Boise State gets the plant down, that's going to be huge for him.
Just waiting, smoothing around Dreammaker, looking to make sure we don't have any flanks coming around. Ooh, spike carrier down.
Gonna have to deal with the Viper util here. He's wanting that one pick so bad because the Hunter's Fury is going to be so influential for Boise State here.
Oh, yeah. Once that's down, it is huge and secures us to a triple overtime standing.
Trying to get a peek clear through heaven. Boise State still has a little over 20 seconds left. Oh, and Brown's going to make it really difficult for Shells. This could be the end of the road. He's going to make the heroes play, though. Throw out the paint, Shells. Live up to your name.
Shell takes one.
Knows that Viper is there through short, has to commit to the plant, though, and he knows that he was out for time there. What a close game. The GGs go out. And that would be a good time to remind you of the opportunities that Boise State Esports has in Overwatch, Rocket League, League of Legends, Valorant, and production. If you want to join, we're always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Well...
Oh my gosh!
It was a long shot for Boise State. They started out 0-6 and they drove it to a double overtime. So
and I was trying to say this earlier. It feels like when teams are neck and neck for the first 12 points, then they break out pretty easy at the end. But when you have like such just an underdog hero move of coming back from the 0-6, then that's when you go into double overtime.
And I think you got to give it to John over for Delaware, who won so many of those 1v1s in overtime for Delaware, and so many hits on the flashes. I mean, John picked the right time to pop off.
And their Brim, what was it, Javasti? Oh, some crazy stuff from them, too.
Well, Boise State, they were close, but they're going to have to face two games now if they want to win. They're down 1-0, but we're heading to Ascent next in the second match. We're going to take a short break and be back with this Valorant match. You are not going to want to miss. These two teams are so evenly matched. Who is going to take home the win? We'll find out after these messages.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You're watching our coverage of Week 5 of ECAC Collegiate Valorant. Boise State is going up against University of Delaware. Both these teams have a 3-1 record, and they're so evenly matched and went to a double overtime, but Delaware ultimately won 15-13 on bind. Now Boise State is looking to even this up, go for the mini reverse sweep, if you will, and they are going to have choice of the map, which is Ascent right now. So I'm your host, Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Greg Smith. Also, Boise State, what do you think they can do? Because it's been pretty rare that I've seen things go to the actual Game 3. It seems when one team gets the win, they usually close it out 2-0, but Boise State should be on a stage they're comfortable with, having chosen Ascent.
That's true, and I feel like, usually the team that gets the first 6 rounds takes the game as well, but that was not the case. Well, it was, but it came so close, so I could definitely see a third game. I could see it happening, especially like you're saying, we already got the map choice here. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's take a look at the event tonight, just kind of a recap of how things are going to be working. It is 5v5, a best of 3. All the maps chosen in advance, and like I said, the opening of tonight, if you like the classics, then tonight's the night for you. It's Bind, Ascent, and then Haven, so no having to complain about Icebox or especially Fracture. You just get the classics. So now you can complain about all the classic maps that you don't like. It always seems like that's how it works right now. So here we go over to Ascent, Boise State versus University of Delaware. Of course, we want to bring you, before we get into the match, Doc's keys to the game as we're ready to head up against Delaware. Brought to you by Drop-In Gaming. Once again, this is Boise State versus University of Delaware. And the Valorant, that's the focus angles and flank, know your win condition, count cards and call abilities, and click heads. Doc's keys to the game brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. Now, during the break, when I kind of shared the fact that we're on Ascent, you had some interesting thoughts, some strong opinions about Ascent. So why don't you give us your overview of Ascent?
Maybe it's just a bad history that I have with Ascent, but I just don't like so much mid space and so much mid control. It feels like there's less commit to the site, which means you don't get as much really set down. It's a lot more floating. It's a lot easier to flank. We see Reyna and Jet really go crazy on these maps, and it's less from the controllers. You don't get to see things like Viper really locking in and having to tear up territory because the sites themselves are smaller. It's more about getting there than being there. So let's see how they deal with that. I know that Boise State is really comfortable on the scent. They really enjoy it, and they usually pick it when they can. So I'd like to see how they take that.
Well, the good news is that for people who didn't like Bind to start out with because it has no mid, we're going to Ascent, which has quite an influential mid here. As we see the picks being brought out, we actually see Panda has picked KO.
Ooh, KO is huge on this site. It's very nice to be able to get utility. It's a very CS:GO style of play where that utility is available anywhere.
I mean, your ultimate you're playing CS:GO now when you press the ultimate.
Yep.
It's CS:GO mode activated.
Exactly. To CS:GO mode it just puts the lens on, tears everybody else's abilities down. And your own abilities are, the flash.
I also got to say, we were talking at the beginning whether the controller balance changes were going to affect everything.
Yeah.
And certainly the two that got buffed, we see Brimstone back again and Omen.
Mm-hmm. And Safadi on Omen, let's go. Omen is one of my favorite characters, and I love playing him, and I love seeing it play.
He's back in the action.
That's where you get all the cheeky stuff. I was so happy when they nerfed Viper up to be, buffed Viper up to snuff so that she was like back meta. I really hope we see Omen take a step back into the controller panel.
He has things to do now. He's no longer spending all his time knitting, so it's nice to see he's back. He's back in the action.
Interesting that we don't see a Sage here. Sky is super important here, but I like having Sage to back that up. Especially right here, this wall is big. Wow, a quick site take, and
one thing I have to note is you were kind of lamenting the lack of a Killjoy last round, and certainly Delaware is making the Killjoy work out right now as Boise State having to deal with those grenades and the turret. They're able to take that all out and get onto A, but they have to pay 2 agents for it. And Delaware is currently up 4-3. Panda trying to take a peek through Garden here. They're also going to have to deal with Heaven here.
Boise State does get the plant, though, and they've got a lot to take care of. Sight was just kind of free because the Killjoy is able to step back and leave her utility there kind of as a 5th man. Well, it's a 5th man now, but a 6th man to just cover the site. Ooh, Omen starting to make the moves back in, and we see that flash doesn't quite make it, but doesn't help us any. Jabal looking to hold down as we see everybody move back in. Oh, right in the face, Safadi takes down Jabal with the 3 kill, and they go in for the defuse. That's first point.
Nice start for Delaware, but Boise State at least is going to have a little bit of the credit bonus of having the spike be brought down. Going to be better than they started out last time, at least.
Yeah. And getting those 3 kills in there is pretty big. We're not gasping for air here. I could definitely see a more even match this time.
All right, Boise State looking like they might choose to go through B instead. Of course, you're going to have to deal with the Sova that was brought out for Delaware. His home is basically B on Ascent. That's where
B on Ascent is huge. And once you get that Odin, you just flash right through this thing. You throw the arrows through the middle. There's that arrow.
There it is. Yeah, you just...
Oh!
Hamster with an aggressive peek dashes away. John has already chosen the Ares and gets the wallbang onto Panda, so B is definitely a threat with him taking control. Another great shock dart. Boise State Jabota is just going to go right up towards him and take him out, so now it's 3-3. Boise State manages to get on the point, but Safadi, again, the clutch for Delaware. He's been the one to come in. Jabati's going to get at least the 1 point from getting the spike down, but Safadi, another triple.
Yeah, dang. Safadi's been playing crazy with this.
Omen's back.
I totally forgot what that Omen confusion is like. And on round 1, when it blurred the map for a second, I was like, does he have ult? What is going on? It's been a long time since we've seen Omen played here, but he has been kept warm. We're seeing some great plays here from Safadi, and Delaware's doing well. That second point was well-deserved. Omen absolutely locked down that site, and I'm glad that we were both able to really call ahead what was going to happen there.
Now Boise State not going to have too much to show off for here. I got to say, I already appreciate bringing out the Ares for the Sova. I mean, it's still a pretty good gun. There's still some of those buffs that were left in. I mean, the accuracy isn't as good as it used to be, let's just say, to put it mildly. But, hey, if you're spraying through the wall to just get a wall bang, then...
Oh, yeah, then you don't need accuracy. You're going to go
aiming's overrated.
Yep.
Boise State is going to be able to charge up their orbital strike here, but Havster with these peaks on the Sheriff has been clutch on the Jet.
Ooh. Well, let's see if Jabal can get any clutch peaks. He's kind of holding here, hoping for some aggression. Jet coming to back him up. At that point, just kind of fires into smoke for fun, just keeping mics hot. Looks like we're going to have a little spike trade-off here in pocket as we're considering mid. Wow, we got some people up in arms on mid. A lot of action there as Brown Bella takes one down, but J-Bag replies, bringing us to a 4-3.
Oh.
No, a 4-2. Dreammaker and J-Bag looking to clutch it up, bringing us to a 2-2, picking up the spike and making the rotation to A. Dreammaker's got to play nice and slow here, and Dreammaker was he was the one kind of taking the off shots earlier, wasn't he? Wow, beautiful. It was a Guardian ready play right there from the hip to the face.
But he's going to stick on this Marshall. He's not even going to pick up Safadi's guns. He's saying, I'm fine with Marshall.
Oh, yeah. Comfortable on the Marshall, like a real jet.
Well, it's going to be probably a Jet v Jet showdown here. But Boise State also has the chamber. Actually, no. Okay, J-Bags. Okay, fine.
J-Bag wants the 3K. Taking care of things. Taking Javaster out.
That's great. Boise State already starting this out a lot better than they did last time. Not going 6-0. So
doing well. Do you think it's enough to push us into a third game?
Considering the last round went to double overtime, I don't want to make any predictions right now. Let's just take it one round at a time. That's a great headshot there. Was that a no-scope too?
Yeah, it definitely was. Yep, from hip to face. Just kind of moved over and took it. No ADS on that one. And I think that we do have that kill brought knives online. I don't know if we're going to see them considering that.
I hear an Ares.
Got the economy for it.
Boise State still having to deal with that solo. Holding down B, trying to take out Safadi, but Safadi's going to win the Battle of the Phantoms. Can Boise State trade 1-1 here?
W Panda looking to try to revenge that. Move up here. Tries to get a pop. Considering a pop flash out.
The pings go out. Boise State still mostly committed toward A. Just a few shots out there. The flash is on point for Delaware still. But it looks like they have managed to make some space out on A here. Going to try to do a floor bait, if you will.
Yeah. Just looking to delay.
And I like when a Rays player can recognize when you can also use the satchels to just kind of zone things out.
Yes.
You don't just use them exclusively for the aerial plays. You can use them to kind of block off some choke points. Unfortunately, well, that's a great shock dart from John. Boise State. Look at that, though. They got 4 with the knife there.
Oh, no. J-Bag just not quite there with the ADS. Tries to catch, but it doesn't happen. Javaster takes him back down, bringing us to 5-2. This is so tight. They own the site.
I like that, though. They might be able to stall it out. You just got to stall it out enough.
Oh, he's standing right there. Oh,
nah, I think it's still enough time for Delaware.
And that's so unfortunate. Because his job was to apply pressure there, and he was standing so far forward. I think he could have done better throwing the molly from outside the gate. That would have probably brought it up.
We'll see what Boise State decides to do here. It looks like they're probably going to be going with mostly a save, except for J-Bag still bringing out the Vandal. Actually moving the Frenzy, which I hate with the red-hot intensity of 1,000 Suns.
Really? Anti-Frenzy?
I'm really good at shooting outlines on the Frenzy. I can be right in their face and it still goes all around their head. I do not know how that thing works. So for the life of me, I could make the op work. I could eventually make the Marshall work. The Frenzy is going to be that one that evades me all this time.
Dreammaker brought out the knives and was kind of shut down. That is very unfortunate. Jabal does put Safadi's bloodthirsty rage to an end. He's looking to take care of that flasher.
And might just go for the eco here. Pick up one of their guns, just kind of trade up in the eco and try to save this. He's going to have to deal with that Omen, and Brown is going to be able to get a pick on him. But for Boise State, considering that was a save round, not too bad. At least still getting 2 picks.
Sure. Yeah. Not bad at all. Ooh, maybe a little bit of split push here. Maybe they're just looking to drive mid.
Well, speaking of save rounds, this is an excellent time. Well, I'll wait just a little bit because it's not quite a save round, so I can't set up my point of conversation as Boise State is going full buy here with the op. So.
Ooh, and an op push onto B. That's pretty interesting. Usually I feel like op push onto A or, oh, here we go, onto mid.
Well, this is kind of the op play that we missed in Bind, but now the more traditional kind of the Jet taking these peaks, using that dash to get away. So we'll see which Jet is the better at that as they're ready to throw out the knife.
No. Oh, that op got really close. Had to run away with all the Cloudbirds, though. That is in mid, and so much energy out here. Hunter's Fury does take one down. Good play, John, but doesn't catch anybody else on those other ones. I mean, we've got 3 on good health. Never mind. Brown Bella does take one out.
And now the tour de force is brought out by Boise State, so we'll see how this team could do. Unfortunately, they're going to get smoked, so that's going to be a much more risky tour de force play he has to use. Safadi out through Garden, a few shots traded, but right now it is all Delaware as Boise State's struggling to get on point. It is only Dreammaker, who it looks like is probably just going to go for the save on the op.
Shells was almost able to hold down sight, and it's a shame that they were stuck there needing to hold down sight and couldn't go for the spike because they were kind of sitting on it for a while. Dreammaker was hoping to follow up that tour de force, but it just wasn't there, and Safadi not afraid to push right into the smoke and take an op out from short range.
I mean, I can understand that. You know, I was saying it was a save, but there was still 42 seconds left on the clock, which is an awful lot of time to survive. So I don't know, could have gone either way. Now that we're saving, though, this is the time that I can bring up my point of conversation. You know, we're talking about saves. I have got the most greatest skin idea ever that I want to share with you. I'm thinking something like I love Art Deco as an art style. So like some sort of 30s Art Deco, maybe a gangster kind of thing. You know, you make the Ares look like a Tommy gun. The chords on the elimination are all jazz chords, so it's like a jazz ensemble.
Nice.
With the chords, so you got everything there. Make it happen, Riot. It's a winner.
Trench coats for everybody.
Yeah, trench coats.
Slow spinning fans. Dreammaker looking to push up on this. Oh, getting behind the flash, that's huge because it seems like you have the information. Yep, and absolutely catches that Omen with the pants down, is able to take a headshot out of there. Oh, Dreammaker looking to push up on that. Not quite there. John is taking two in the background here with the Odin.
Ooh. Panda gets a nice.
Able to take one out as well. And there's only one left. Sees two. Almost catches that tap fire on the ADS with a Spectre. Dreammaker does not make it connect though, and Safadi gets another one on the pile. Delaware 1-6.
You know, Boise State chose Ascent for a reason, but right now that reason might be evading me.
Did Boise State started out on defense last time, right?
Yes, they did.
Yep, finished on offense.
Yeah, and they finished on offense. And so swapping over to offense here, I mean, Delaware gets the choice of side, so they chose defense. It's definitely working out for them. And Boise State, they're tempting fate here because that Sova still has an Odin.
Oh my goodness, they really are. They're going to push right into it. Gets the info out. Looking to absolutely demolish, though, all those utilities we saw earlier. Takes out John. That is huge because he was one really locking down sight. They start to move right in and see nobody here in. Oh, going for the corner.
Trying to get a few shots here through smoke. I hear the door being broken down. Right now, Boise State doesn't need to get too fancy here.
The calm before the storm, yep.
There goes the teleport.
Where is
Omen?
And the dog is coming out to clear the path for that Omen. BSU Shells looking to take people out. Not quite there.
There goes the Seekers out from Delaware, and they're able to spot Safadi Brown. But look at Jab making work on this op. The question is, does he have enough time? He's going through one, but Jabal denies him the ace.
Wow, Jav shut down by Jabal getting the team ace. That was crazy. The aerial play there, the shotgun knives.
And you know what's great about that win is Delaware basically used everything. They used the teleport, show stop. They used teleport, Seekers, and knives there, so everything has gone for Delaware. Boise State still has one ult.
And the action off of that Seekers was huge, which is interesting considering that if you say, hey, push on the Seekers, they're pretty slow moving and then everyone has to come from the same direction. There was so much action there, just everybody, the smokes falling all at the same time was probably the contact push.
Oh, another great flash out from Delaware.
That is a big one.
Boise State might bring out the knife in response, going to throw.
Not super cooperatively moved there. That's okay, though. Dreammaker didn't need the vision.
Boise State's still going to be struggling for vision as the Omen smoke onto A.
Ooh.
It's going to dash right through onto point. That is fast for Boise State.
That was such a... Yeah, I actually cleared all of sight in like 3 frames.
He's already positioned himself down.
Slow some people down with the floor bangs. Ooh, a little bit threatening there. Might see some utility to try to clear this out. Maybe not. Dreammaker's just going to stomach it all by himself. Tries to sneak back into the center here. Ooh, one taken out.
Another Okay, he has to know that Japster is up here. Oh, is able to take out Dreammaker. Jabode with a wallbang. He's gonna stall this out again like he did last time with the orbital strike.
A good call, trying to get out of the way. Takes one on the exit. Another one. Just one more, and he does it too good. With a 4K, Jabode excellently played. Now just gets to pick from the arsenal.
2 rounds in a row he clutches it for the Broncos.
Spike here.
Let's take a look at that again because it seemed like Jab was unstoppable. It was a 4-1. He wins a 4-1.
Drops one right here. Orbital Strike catches one, trying to go away. They shoot over his shoulder. They go to flash him. It doesn't happen. He retaliates, and he's looking at the wrong side of the hallway and still walks on over and takes the other guy out, and then gets to walk in and pick his favorite looking op.
Oh, with the knives, gets
Heart shot, going in for the next one. Doesn't quite get the reset. Oh, sees just around the corner, is not there, and stuck with a classic now.
I think he might try to pick up Safadi's gun. No, it does.
Yep,
Yes, okay,
yep.
he gets it.
Which
gets
is an
it.
upgrader.
Oh,
Excellent played.
That's quite an upgrade, I would say.
Yep, Jabal clears out both. They've got action up front, but no problems. Man, I was worried for Dreammaker there, but they were definitely watching the right angles.
That was about as perfect as it could have gone for
excellently
Boise
played.
State having classics.
No, that was borderline team ace right there. That was so fast. That was so clean. That brings us to a 4-6. Boise State, I feel like after Delaware gets 6 points, Delaware gets 6 points, and Boise State's like, all right, put the GameCube controllers away. We're going serious. Turns the monitors back on and starts playing for real.
Right. We're not using motion controls anymore.
Put the Wii Fit board away. I'm getting serious.
I'm using the gyro aim. I'm not gonna lie though, Splatoon gyro aim totally busted.
No.
It's like it's the closest. I'll defend myself on this.
All right.
You get it down, it's the closest thing to using a mouse on a controller. But you have to get the settings right.
Here's the thing, with the Switch, when it's handheld, that's fine. But when I have to like turn it all up and still look at the TV, it's not worth it.
I mean, once you get used to it, you'll never go back. Right now, Boise State is having a mentality of never go back. They're just charging right onto A right now.
Rinse and repeat if it works, and we had such good plays when everyone forces it at the same time. Delaware has a more deliberately rotating play style here, and Dreammaker able to clear the site with a nice little 360 in the middle is so scary, but it's so productive. They're getting a lot more aggressive, too, with holding this up here. Oh, a little bit of a self-flash, but that's all right. He's able to run away. Caught in hell here, but, and Shells just keeps going down right outside of hell. They got to start hiding.
There's the Killjoy going to clear Boise State off, but standing heroic in the face of an ult. Question is, he needs to get... He sprays through before the Killjoy goes off!
So good. Panda taking Savati right there in the last couple seconds, right before the Killjoy goes off. Absolutely huge. Let's see that again.
Yeah, the timer was ticking for the Broncos, and the fact that they got Delaware to burn an ultimate as influential as a Killjoy, in the most dramatic fashion, he just calculates due to the blind coming out from the Omen. He just says, okay, if he threw it out from there, he must be through here. I'm just going to spray through.
Yeah, just waiting for the peak, and it doesn't happen. And as soon as you see a little bit of purple, you know that he's still reloading, and you can just spray right there.
Well, here we go. Tour de force brought out for Boise State.
Some mid. Looking to creep across catwalk. Make sure no one catches him.
Dog walk. Thank you very much.
Oh, is that what it is?
Look to the right there. There's a little picture of a dog there that they put up there, that Riot put up. I'm not lying.
Okay, the double blast pack right into the middle. Not quite there. Looking to take care of that jet up top. It happens. Devasta goes down. Shell stays alive, only for a little bit. Relay with everybody else on the team takes him out. And we see Hunter's Fury coming out. Absolutely cleans up Boise State. That was a rough one.
I mean, still 5-7. It's still very competitive here.
Yep, definitely. Yeah. In fact, we're only barely over the, the 6-6 half. Like, this is as tight as it can be.
Okay, this is fair. If we stick on Dreammaker here, this is where I get to show you that. Okay, no, he's going to go left, so my claim goes unproven.
For the dog walk.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Ooh, look at all those ghosts. We
keep an eye out, though. Huh? I will be sure to point it out because I don't want to be wrong here.
Okay.
if I can be right, I'm going to get every single mileage out of it. So
I'll keep that in mind.
Shells is just going to go right for the paint shells right into Fish Market.
I love it. I mean, when you don't have a Sova, you got to improvise.
Okay, Panda, I know these flashes haven't been on your side here, but there's always room for improvement.
You got to call it out. I remember when Call Your Flashes was a Doc's key to the game, so. Oh, my goodness. Panda.
Okay, maybe we need to add that back as a key to the game. Right now, it looks like they know Delaware is going to try to push through B here. Fortunately, they're a long way off from the Odin. So.
It sounds like a lot of classics from the from Delaware's side, so I would not be surprised if we saw it. Ooh! Oh my God!
Okay, well, you know what? Wallbang with the Ghost.
Ooh.
Why not? Dreammaker's going to make it
with the
work.
Cloudburst takes the second wallbang. There's just a graveyard out there in mid. That was crazy. The playoff contact was instant. That was such just an absolute by-the-book play by Delaware. It is tragic that they absolutely got railed for that one. Dreammaker is not afraid to just absolutely trace right through the wall and take you out with the Ghost. That was so beautiful.
Yeah, everyone from Delaware basically committed to mid here. That's just one headshot.
Two.
That's why you practice your crosshair placement.
Oh, it sure is. That Cloudburst scared me, but absolutely took him out and the spike was flying. Ooh, that is a nice one, bringing us to 6-7. Basically squaring off the half, gives us the advantage here. Looking to take care of some utility. Getting really aggressive here. We already see people up on the walk, and wow, right there. Delaware takes 2, but we take 1 to respond.
That's the wrong time to find your knife on the wrong side of the wall.
Oh, yep.
J-Bag is going to try to...
A little bit for the back, absolutely takes out that push. Gets another one down as the guard goes down. Destroying the wall, it doesn't even matter.
I am saying, there's no better feeling as a chamber when you get your pick and teleport away.
That was close to a team ace there, I think, if I was keeping track of the activity feed.
It was pretty well spread out.
We're seeing some good cooperation with Boise State, and I feel like when we see really good cooperation with Boise State is when they played really well. But when comms are cold and when people try to take 1v1s or when people are flashing themselves or their teammates, then I think that's when we fall apart.
It's like I'm not going to name anyone in particular, Panda, but unfortunately from Panda, you know, he actually wasn't able to get his ult charged up at all for the first half. So.
A shame, yeah. They kind of got first blood and then we're out of there last round.
Oh,
ooh, speaking of first blood, this is, you know, another kills before the 90-second mark are pretty aggressive, but it doesn't mean they've committed to a site. In fact, we see a lot of noise mid.
Well, with all the
trying to reply just by throwing through the smoke here.
With all the Vandals we've been hearing, Delaware went for the full buy here, and it seems like it's going to pay off because Shells is only going to have the Spectre here to fight against all that.
Ooh. The jiggle peak noise of step, step, jump.
Ooh, but Panda has the op, but isn't going to be able to dash away, so...
Oh, yeah, you got to really commit to it here.
I've got your trail.
Ooh, Secrets come out. You kind of got to step back a little bit, get closer to sight.
Oh, and basically,
no.
Okay, I know where everyone is now. Gonna go for the close hold, but Brown spots him.
Oh!
Last player standing.
That was a rough one, but Shells knows what is up. They can follow around. An excellent headshot. Good information from player, is able to trade up with the guns. Takes care of the Wolf, no problem, but man, they were following close behind that. That's hard to orchestrate as this guy. Oh, just absolutely trapped right here. The suppressive gunfire is people walk around. We hear the Omen sending out that terror.
Just at the point that we want to be looking for an exit frag here.
Oh, yeah. Looking to break that half, but it's not going to happen. Just trying to get some exit frags as people have to run away from the Radiant Blast. It might happen. It might not.
Yeah, it looks like just going to save here.
It looks like they exited out the front, so won't be able to get any of those exit frags. That's all right. Oh,
baby!
Oh, got a little spicy there in mid, but it's not going to happen.
Saved by the bell there.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was a little bit too much red when you turn the corner there. So that brings us up to a full buy. We see Phantom,
look at Safadi, 19, 9, and 8. It's basically the controllers are the top fraggers for this round.
Crazy.
Right now, Boise State still managing to make this competitive. I mean, we've got a lot of game left to play, and the Marshall's going to be brought out for Dreammaker, which was really good for him last time. So sometimes the Marshall's what you pick, and the op doesn't work out for you.
Yep.
It's happened more times. Okay, here's the point where I get to prove that I'm right here. If we do indeed see...
I don't know, Dreammaker will really have to push. I don't think they want to do that with this
op.
No.
No. That's not worth my pride. So. Get the win first. Right now, J-Bag just waiting on his teleport.
Marshall is actually pushing up. We're looking to see B, getting a little bit aggressive in mid there. Everybody else is really hanging back. J-Bald has a really
there
good
it is. There it is.
Back.
You see that?
Oh, I do see it.
Yeah,
all right,
dog walk.
Okay, all right. Now we know.
Thank you for finding a way to prove me right while not tanking your chances in the process.
Panda midair.
Redemption for Panda.
It goes for 4. Doesn't happen. It's all right. It is 4-1, and they know where she's at. Oh, no. Well, they handed Brown Bell a little bit more than I think she was worth there, but an excellent play by Boise State, absolutely just covering the site.
Well, it's very competitive between Boise State and Delaware. We're going to see a replay of that, and this was the redemption that Panda was looking for.
That was a huge one.
He was having a very tough round, but manages to pick up a double. Is going to at least have the ultimate to use this half, so that's
nice.
a market improvement.
It's a pretty fun ultimate. Really levels the playing field.
I gotta say, he's been landing some really good knives too, as well. Like 4-person knives. You know, you basically know where everyone is.
Yeah, no, there's some high value out of that utility. Ooh, speaking of which, Shells knows they can go all out right here, maybe catch some ult points.
Definitely needs some ult points. Only up to 3.
Dreammaker eyes on a whole lot. It's a shame they do not have the Marshal now. Looking to take care of that bot, and maybe the Killjoy that set it down. Looking for a close angle on it. Oh, Panda walks right open, sacrifices himself to John to get Brown Bella.
I don't know, do you think that's a worthy trade, the KO for the KJ?
I think it is, considering that, well, I don't know. KJ on the offense, maybe not.
Throws down the door. Dreammaker just going to move over toward the furnace here. J-Bag holding up in heaven near window.
Not breaking the glass is a sign of real collegiate play. That's real self-control.
I'm too far.
Oh, he can't get to his teleporter. Doesn't always work out. And unfortunately, that cooldown when you pick up the teleporter is a lot longer than you want it to be.
It really is.
Shells dealing with the smoke here is just going to go for the hero's play. I hear the spike being planted, so the call is out for B. Teleport available for the Omen, who has been a real force in these clutch moments, so got to be leery of that. Well, that's a great pick on it. John picks up Safadi as well.
Oh, moves right on. At least they've got info. They know one's in Bath, and they take care of it. Or both, sorry, not Bath. Ooh, that other one also down, and a beautiful finisher.
I mean, if your boat's fancy enough, if it's a yacht, it's going to have a bath, so just depends on what they're building there, I suppose.
They've been building for a long time now, since, what, 2020?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, heck of a year to open up a business, but I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, looks like it was working so far.
There goes Jabal, and that was a great... I was wondering if Safadi was going to be the crucial play, but taking him out so early... I mean, Jabal, star player for the Broncos. It's the battle of the controllers between the Brim and Omen here that's the real story.
We love that.
And the Broncos now, really for the first time, I don't know if it's the first time, but one of the rare times, they're in the lead right now, and they have the ulti advantage as well.
Get out of my way.
They're going to bring out 2 knives brought out, and the battle of the knives goes in favor of Dreammaker.
Wow. Dreammaker still going to get some more utility. Knives moves up to the dog walk. Is met with some smoke. Not going to see a lot of exciting stuff, but we do hear a lot going on in mid. J-Bag looking to hold that up with the crossfire.
Now you hear an ulti orb being picked up. Spots the Killjoy there, but
KJ and is caught by side, yeah.
Now J-Bag trying to hold down mid here. Has the tour de force, not using it quite yet.
Surprised we haven't seen those aggressive... oh, shoot, what do they call the thing he can send out to tag people?
Trademarks.
Trademarks.
Ooh. He doesn't really need it right now. He's going to pick up Brown.
I love that reflex. That's that jet, like, get the pick and immediately just, like, flash out of there.
Well, it's a bit easier. Even I can pull it off because it's at least pressing. Oh, look at that flash. That is the flash you're looking for.
Beautiful flash.
That makes up for a few self-flashes in a hurry.
Oh, my gosh. Looks like, oh, the classic shotgun.
Run away from the classic.
Oh, no.
Look at John here with the sheriff. And
almost
yeah,
Jabal's not even worried. Oh, what a prank.
Well, that's probably the most entertaining round I've seen in a while.
Jeez. John was probably sweating all over the keyboard on that one. That was intense for him. Almost caught in the back. Was walking around in the dark with that just shotgun classic on him.
That's basically as perfect as it can be.
Barely runs around the corner there. Oh, man. W Panda really just took a second last match to watch a YouTube video on flashing, and then came out like a dragon.
Well, now look at all the ultimates available for both sides.
Man.
But the thing is, if there's one thing that's going to negate a bunch of those ultimates should Delaware use them, it's going to be this overdrive that Panda is yet to use. He's going to detect one with his knife, be forced back into garden with the smoke. Dreammaker, meanwhile, trying to get a flank in the backline right now. We'll see how that works out. J-Bag taking a peek up through dog walk here. Panda just waiting inside the own smoke. Time to play CSGO, everybody. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, what an aggressive hold on to A, and we've kind of given up B, letting Shells hold back. So I hope the read is right here. I know we got info on one person earlier, but they're really using it like a Killjoy ultimate. He's not there to move, you know, or more like a Viper's Pit. You put the Viper's Pit down to make sure they don't go to that site.
Sure.
So we see everyone rotate out of B because they don't want to play CSGO on A. So we've forced the match to move with that ultimate. It wasn't actually to kill anyone, which I think is a good understanding.
We're talking about another ultimate that's going to close off some ground. The Orbital Strike just went online for Boise State. It's 4-4 for both teams. Dreammaker trying to get a sneaky pick. The teleport goes out. Everyone turns around. And that's a very nice molly taking out Brown. Safadi, though, with using that teleport, able to take Shells off guard. Dreammaker on the op and still has the dash, most crucially, is actually going to go over to the Vandal.
Oh, absolutely sprints away from that Orbital Strike. Looking to clear that site. We had 3 people coming in from the same side, but they're able to separate a little bit. We've got eyes, got contact. It's pinch capability here.
And Delaware doesn't even have the spike down. Boise State can just run out the timer here.
Ooh, they're looking to get the spike down, though. Oh, my gosh, we can't push up on it. It was a fake.
There it is.
Taking it. Excellently played, Dreammaker there.
Well, now with a three-round lead, this is looking pretty good for the Broncos, and Dream manages to pick up the op in the end, too.
Just need 2 more rounds to guarantee that we don't go into overtime on map 2.
I mean, still, it's an incredible match. This is
oh my goodness,
one of those long, drawn-out Valorant matches.
And such an entertaining match, too. They have been step and step right after each other, neck and neck, pretty far up the chain here.
Some of these charms, the little buddies, just make me laugh so much.
Dreammaker looking to get some early blood here. Hopefully gets peeked on. It's always nice to see it from this viewpoint.
There goes the Killjoy. That is the knife that you want.
That you just push right up onto that. Dreammaker looking to flank with the op. That's cheeky.
I mean,
we Killjoy. Oh, can he make it through?
Can he make it?
Oh, that worried me, but he made it through.
Oh, but one of the Broncos gets caught up in it, so fortunately for them, that's 8 seconds.
So sneaky. I hope he catches one. Oh,
yes,
let's go! Going for the second one. They know they're pinched. They know they've got an op right behind them.
Oh, they're going to use the Hunter's Fury in response.
Shell's taken by the ankles on that one. Dreammaker also. Oh, no, Jabaldi was taken down. Dreammaker's looking to clutch in, take care of it, but
he doesn't have the time.
Just not going to happen. They're still throwing so much utility out there just to prevent any exit frags, so I think they've evacuated out the back. Nope, someone's still on site there.
I mean, the one benefit is at least that's, 100 credits there, 100 credits there, so at least they're kind of baiting that out.
Not bad. Plus, keeping this op is huge. You don't want to risk it to try to take care of 3 people.
Looking for the exit frag, not going to find anything, but
that's all right. Just
overall,
himself.
Overall, not too bad. Of course, the Broncos won so many rounds. I have no doubt they'll have enough for a full buy here.
It's true. True. So we just got to play nice and steady. Just take these last 2 points before Delaware takes another 4.
We see some pings going out right now. Look out, still have an op. A few classics are brought out. Okay, no, we're going to see.
Up.
Well, one classic still on, but I think that's because the Tour de Force is going to be brought out by the chamber.
Immediately. That does mean we have 2 2 ops on the board. So I'd like to see more laid back push here, but it doesn't look like we're going to have that. Dreammaker does like peeking and really pressing with the operator and with the Marshal.
Well, he definitely has that dash to help get away with it.
That's true.
He's going to have to deal with this Omen Smoke here.
Oh, and the Omen Smoke has been there every time. Looks like the knife. Oh! Almost caught one there.
And the best thing about that, he was able to get away without using the dash, so when he really needed it after he took out Brown, he was able to get it. He's going to get flashed there. That was one aggressive jet pushing up, but the trademark's going to go out, going to slow Delaware's push through it. He's just going to go for a very aggressive peek through the smoke here. He is fearless.
Absolutely, just not even worried. I would set up a little bit of Cloudburst. Oh, he's covered by W Panda for the first one, not the second one, but he's able to clutch up for it. The communication is there.
That makes a little more sense, and I appreciate the shorty being brought out.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to solo push through that. Oh, 3-1. Last one down. Yeah, get out of here. 12-9.
Well, it looked like it started out a little bit hairy there for the Broncos, but they have managed to recover. And looks like we're going to be going to a game 3, although I don't want to predict it. I'm not going to curse anything.
Yeah,
so you know what? I take that back.
Yeah,
I take that. I am not predicting anything.
Nope.
You can't hold me to anything.
But if we do go to a game 3, Delaware better be sure not to get 6 points in a row. Or Boise State just turns on the heat.
You know what to do.
Jabald ready to place down a few of these smokes. Most crucially, in terms of ultimates, this showstopper is available for Shells, and with that knife's going to give them so much information on where Delaware is. This might line up the showstopper here. Ooh. It's just going to do a peek with the Vandal instead. Might as well save it. I mean, they don't have to use it quite right now. They have 3 rounds to play with here, as Knives is going to be brought online for Delaware as they pick up the ulti orb. Throwing out the bomb buddy, taking a peek through Dog Walk. We hear some gunfire being exchanged on A.
Yeah, Shells has to back way up as they hold this because most people are all in A.
Well, they haven't pushed on. Boise State's still managing to hold them toward the choke. It might be a rotation here. It looks like it is indeed in. They're going over to B.
Yeah, that just means they own B site, so we're already in a post-plant scenario.
Knife's still online for Delaware.
Dreammaker think we might have some A pushers rotating right through mid, trying to take care of one on the way to guard. Oh my gosh! What a well-timed smoke to just barely tease people as you move out. J-Bag is looking to really press the smoke here and teleport back just a few feet.
Spike planted down for Delaware. Brown getting a pick, making it 5-3.
Oh, W Panda takes one down with only 4 health in the pocket. Playing aggressive. Is taken out because of it though, but Shells right through the teammate takes one.
Oh,
Unreal.
so close. I need to see that
close.
again.
That was a lot happened right there. Activity feed just turned on.
Now, unfortunately for Shells, he burned that showstopper as well, so that's not available to him.
One.
Here.
And look at this. Right through the teammate here. Sees it, goes for it.
And he knew he was there. He just, it's tough.
Yeah, you just can't look at 2 places at once.
That's a classic deathmatch scenario.
Yep. It's not even up to you. You're just always in the crossfire.
And Riot, hey, we improved the spawn locations. Well, I'm still surrounded by 3 people every time I spawn, so I don't know how improved it is, but thanks for that.
That wasn't a very good info dart there, so I don't think we'll see it followed up by any shock darts. It doesn't mean that they're not going to push off of it.
Uses the drone there and gets hit with the dart.
Ooh.
So they have to dash away. Going to throw out the knife.
Oh,
no,
we did not call that.
We were talking about that.
Unbelievable. And I saw it too. I was like, you're throwing. That is an excellent placement if your jet wasn't underneath it.
Boise State needs to get the communication working at top. Oh. And this is a safe round for them.
This is the time to have it.
Good thing for the Broncos, just maybe looking for a pick here or there because this is an eco round.
Panda looking to sneak up.
Okay, Flash is going to be more successful because there's no one there to throw it into. So
using the Sheriff to clear some out, try to get a sneak onto the back of B here since we've given up the front of A. Oh, he's able to take one, goes to the second, not quite there. But now he's got the ultimate on track. Jawad looking for 2 more kills to make that happen. And
he hears the teleport. Where are you?
All the back sites. Ooh, Brown Bella takes out J-Bag.
Waiting. Oh, just when his crosshair leaves.
Oh, Shells was looking to take it, but John was on a flank there. Jabald is kind of really caught here. Got a lot of people coming from a lot of directions. Looks like they're all going to A, though.
Pro play here would be to save the frenzy because that's always the most important.
But you can't give that up.
He's going to have to deal. Well, he's going to pick up a Bulldog, which is better than a frenzy. So
I don't know, is it?
I can at least get picks with the Bulldog, so yeah, it's a market improvement. Ooh. Right now, it's going to have to deal with this flash, but Safadi waiting right there. 12-11, we could be going into another overtime.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I only have like 78.
Okay, well, the overdrive is available as well as the killjoy, so 1 ultimate available. I'm trying to see if anyone was close there.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
see, I wish we
that
had, like,
scoreboard was brought up and then went away in like a split second, but I saw one of the Broncos was at 6 ultimate points. It also looks like Dreammaker is at 6 here with these knives, so 1 pick that can bring out the knives as well.
I wish we had the, like, Overwatch just in the buy phase. The Overwatch kind of like ult % up at the top.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, no. Okay, Dreammaker used a lot of utility there to get this hold, so hopefully this off angle really pays off, but we've already got someone watching it, so they'd be playing off contact to begin with anyways, but W Panda looking to get the jump peaks, make sure we don't have any Sova's creeping in.
But I think I saw a ping over there. Yeah, they're going to be going over to B, using the Killjoy to clear that out.
Oof.
And
Yeah,
Boise State is just going to have to go through. Stim Beacon thrown down.
The Killjoy is just a pivotal pick when you have a tight space map like this. And like I was saying earlier, there's so much mid, so there has to be less sight. A Killjoy ultimately really just covers the sight.
That's a great start with J-Bag getting the pick onto John. Boise State up 5-3 with 2 ultimates in tow. And the grenade is able to take out Brown. There's only one left for Delaware. Boise State picking up the win with the flawless. We're going to game 3.
GG. Wow, that was so good. A flawless finish is always nice.
Well, one of the top sponsors of Boise State is the Idaho Army National Guard, and they invite you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Any thoughts before we throw to a break? Because this has been one of the closest games we have seen. Yeah. It's going to a game 3. Neither team has gotten less than 10 points if they lose. It's gone to at least 10 points for both teams. It's probably one of the most evenly matched Valorant matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, really clean gameplay. We've seen some really nice stuff. I don't think I would change very much, honestly. It's little things here and there that I would do a little bit differently, but again, I'm not in the chair, so I think they're doing well. Let's see if they can clutch it up in this last one.
Well, we'll be back after these messages. We'll see if Boise State can take home the win. Going to the tiebreaker, Map 3 Haven, right after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, and if you're just joining us, you picked a great time to join because we're watching ECAC Collegiate Valorant, a best-of-3 of Boise State versus University of Delaware. Both teams stood at 3-1 entering this match, and we've gotten one win from each team, which means we are heading to the third and final map, which is going to be Haven. So a lot of excitement, two very evenly matched teams, and I'm still here with you, your host Jacob Jem Palmer, joined by Greg Soul Smith. And now also we get a chance for you to really, you weren't you were a little bit miffed that Ascent was the second map, but now you make up for it in Haven, which is one that you like.
Oh, we sure do. Haven best map. I'm sorry to everyone who disagrees, but I stand by it. All of the original maps, and we start to see more with the later maps too, have their own little tweak, their own little quirk that they try to have, and having that third site, I think, is just such a strong map.
Well, we're ready to head into it, but let's just take a look one more time at the matchup. Boise State versus University of Delaware. And the Broncos currently have tied it up 1-1. We're going to see who is the ultimate team. What's really been interesting is the controller players have really been the ones popping off. Not the standard, Jet or Rays. They've been
Duelists
really
have
good.
enough screen time. They have enough aces and compilations.
And controller already, it's like, okay, I guess I got smokes this round. I'll fill in for the team's sake. So actually seeing some controllers make some really nice plays is actually a very nice change of pace.
Yeah.
But speaking of controllers, it looks like despite the nerfs, Astra is still too good a pick for Boise State to resist here.
Especially on this site. And I know that her recall has gone down, so it is a lot harder to rotate those stars, but still, just being able to place them anywhere on the map means that you have control in such a distance, which is huge considering you kind of have to cover 3 different sites here.
Of course, you're going to have a little bit less resources since you're down from 5 to just 4 stars now.
That's true.
Which is tragic for anyone who wanted to play on Fracture, but luckily we're not seeing that today. So
another Omen, I love that. Also some Rays. What a classic lineup here from Delaware. That's very exciting.
Although speaking of classic, characters, we didn't see a Sage once today, which is interesting.
Which is a shame because Battle Sage meta is my favorite. That only beaten by Bucky meta. Wow, look at that info. Jabal getting 4 people out of that wolf. That is massive.
Yeah, of course. On the best times, we're just going to remind you that's Boise State versus Delaware. It actually looks like it might have been just a little bit of a replay issue.
That's all right.
Which, I mean, there were a lot of... I don't know if someone DC'd or not, but it just seemed maybe something was amiss because there were a lot of people just standing there. So that might have been a clue that there might have been some sort of technical issue. Looks like we've ironed that all out and are ready to get back into the action. It looks like we've swapped way over from A to C here. Delaware doing a great job, but it's now back to 4v4 as J-Bag is able to even it up. Gonna head into window here. Might try to push through garage. Boise State has placed one of their own smokes down there. Looks like they might try to rotate back here through.
Oh, this is such an uncomfortable position to have to push out through double doors.
They don't have to push though because they've got the spike in garage. The spike was dropped here.
Ooh, I didn't see it covered by that body of a Delaware player, unfortunately.
30 seconds left.
Setting up the teleport. Ooh, those flashes have been so critical. Pushing everybody back out. Looking to get the spike, but it just does not happen. Shell's trying to take care of that. Reheal, but can't make it happen. W Panda really being out here.
The classic clutch!
They were just not looking the right way. That's rough. Little bit of BM there. Moves up to a ghost. And W Panda walks away as the sole survivor of round 1.
I mean, it's been a very close match, so, nerves are up for both players there. It's like, that was so close. John okay, I see. He denied him the ace. That's probably why. Yeah, ooh. I can see that. I can see that you deny the ace.
Huge. And we see shells on Reyna. That's exciting. Reyna doesn't really throw any shells.
I'm way too classy for any BM like that, so I would never personally do that.
Yeah, I don't flame people in the comment board when I win the first round. Of course not.
Ooh, and there's a lot of people in A going towards A again.
Yeah, a lot of classic action. We see, Dreammaker not even worried. Takes it, starts to step back, getting some info, and starts to move back up. Didn't pay for a whole lot of utility here as we get just the Spectre. Man, a lot of info there. A good placement with the shock dart, but doesn't take anything. Goes for the ping, and we start to see people really pinching here. One more. They push up for me. Saw 4 people at a time. Way too much screen time, Delaware. Keep your cursors up. That was crazy. They just kept one at a time, kept pushing. Called in for backup. Got another one.
Oh, that's a
Took
feels
one out.
bad
Panda looking to take care of the spike, just sitting on it.
He was spraying all over the place.
That's just scary. That's rough.
That's the definition of spray and pray, right? I just want to see that replay again, to be honest.
That was tragic.
It is so hard to find partners with
But then they were all staying in the same place. Info was out, and people were able to just walk in and take control, take care of things.
The one thing I do like for Boise State is we actually see the Sova pick being brought out for Haven, which, you know, you wouldn't necessarily think of Sova because Haven is kind of enclosed, but if your lineups are right, Sova's actually really good for clearing off the points there. Like, if his shock dart is placed right, then you can take the points so much easier. So when Boise State goes over to attack, they'll have that going for them for sure.
Yeah, I definitely see how the rebound is, it can make... it can give more space for Dreammaker's arrows just because it's usually such an open space utility, but being able to bounce off a few walls lets you take care of some smaller stuff. So you just really have to have the lineups. We see 2 down from Delaware. Sorry, 1 down from either side, bring us to a 4-4. That is a down for Boise State, especially on this map. You want lots of defenders, so... We kind of have to leave B side alone and commit to pushing really high up on double doors here. But it looks like it's going to be A, as Shells is looking to guard this. A short. Here's the people running down A long. They start to set up and get ready for it. The crossfire's ready, and we see one rotating in from the back here. Ooh, some noise and double doors. Moving back out, watching B-Box, watching just that sliver over the smoke.
Looks like Plant is going to be going through B here. Relay with the pick onto J-Bag is going to make it tougher, and Boise State is going to get that blind pushed on them. That's a great flash. Whoa, double the collateral for Panta, picking up a triple, and that is Boise State going 3-0.
Absolutely massive. That is so nice. I was worried for them trying to push 3 into B-Box. It's just hard with all the angles. If you stand on any of the geometry in this room, you can see either door without a problem. So once you have 2 people in the box, they can just cover the place. So having 4 of them, and you got to really fight your way in through smokes.
Well, shout out to everyone.
So well.
Shout out to everyone in Twitch chat. It's really picking up, you know, in this 3rd and final game. I wouldn't blame them because the stakes are so high. And the reason you can tell stakes are so high is one of the people has pointed out in the chat, maybe as a thing to maybe kind of get a one-up on the mentality of the Broncos fans, is pointing out that Boise is not a real state. Oh, you're so observant, mister. Oh, give you a PhD for that. That is, thank you for bringing the conversation up to such a high level of intelligence.
Is Boise not a state?
I don't know. Talk to Portland first, okay? I mean, come on. All right. But no, we thank everyone in chat. We appreciate your joining us, and continue to root for both your teams because this is sure a great match.
Oh, gosh. Dreammaker really got swarmed there. 3 on site. J-Bag trying to clean it up as well as Panda, but Panda was taken down, bringing us to a 3-3 as they move on to site. J-Bag trying to get utility out of those stars. All going down. Has got to push into it. Goes to concuss and gravity well. Ooh, J-Ball takes one right around the corner. Oh, and a second one. Now it's just down to who wants the points.
It looks like Jabal's going to be handed over the defuse again.
I mean,
he's been getting a good amount of defuse because it was left for him last time, so now he's 1 off. I do see one member in Twitch chat saying that was meant toward Delaware. That is not a real state.
Delaware, you're
Who's
not.
ever heard of that? No.
Delaware's not a state.
Okay, I'll give you a bit of interesting history if we're talking about both states. Idaho, first state in the union to ever have a town powered by nuclear power.
Wow.
That's Arco, Idaho. First time atomic age was ushered in Arco, Idaho.
Wow.
Delaware, first state. So there you go. There's a little bit. That's going to be on the test, everyone, so pay attention.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys keep talking, and we're just going to tear down the wall and have big Vermont, and then you guys are just done.
Here we go. Dreammaker going with a very aggressive peek over on C lawn here. It doesn't look like anyone from Delaware is pushing up through it. There we hear
Wow.
Showstopper be brought out by Delaware. Pretty aggressive.
Yeah,
Where
really
is it,
aggressive
though?
Showstopper. I don't know. I mean, I understand using the double blast pack to get in there, but using it just to get the call out, I don't even think
okay,
it was fired.
it wears out, so we'll just have the...
I've got
It's
your
the thought
trail.
that counts.
Could have been a misclick, a beyond tragic misclick.
We all get a fat finger from time
Yeah,
to time.
it happens. When you're just trying to press V. Oh, no! Walks away just the wrong time and comes back to take it. Shells just flirting with death there.
Okay, I see where the strategy was now.
Goodness.
Spike planted.
Yeah, trying to go in the back there. That means double doors was wide open. I'm worried about C, but Spike is already down. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just going to have to wait out this Killjoy here.
See what they can get out of this.
Nope,
They have
nothing.
locked down sight.
They have bled some time away from Boise State, though.
Ooh. Oh. Looked for the hell, and they had a nice setup there with the teleport, but it was just not happening.
Oh, that was a nice attempt at the spray transfer. It's still in the realm of possibility, believe it or not. Oh, no! That was a very well-placed swarm grenade. It's down to 42.
No! Oh, my gosh. Oh, that was just such a good wall. Bringing the wall down at just the right time to, ta-da!
to get the turret.
There's a turret. Wow.
That is a Killjoy's dream come true there.
Oh, Killjoy was probably sipping lemonade over at C at this point. It was beautifully lined
in
up.
a recliner.
All the utility was just in line for this.
Yeah, we didn't even see where Brown was.
Man.
It's just
Borderline AFK plays right there. That was rough. Just demoralizing.
well, Boise State still in the lead 4-1. Only a matter of time before Delaware is able to get one on the scoreboard. Going to throw out the Hawk here.
Ooh, and we already see the
Gets
ultimate
the-
out from Chamber,
Gets the audio confirmation. There are some people pushing up through lobby.
but they're not interested. We already have eyes deep on A and a lot of presence in C. Taking one down early. Boombots are tracing the floor, just vacuuming up. Dreammaker's not worried about it. Takes it out. Got to start hopping. C, watching out for that.
Going to throw out the Owl drone. Send
5-4.
it into
Maybe
garage.
it was a little bit too quick of a rotate, so they're relaxing back, looking to watch B. Ooh, nice try. Nice try.
I know where you are
Try to
now.
be sneaky there.
Still looking down through C lone right now.
Yeah, BSU J-Bag knows that there's one person right there.
Letting the other team know through that ping as well. Tour de force still something that Delaware has to watch out for.
J-Bag trying to catch this Sky.
Look at that. Look at that rebound on the...
yeah.
Oh, no. Relay takes out their own teammate with the paint shells.
That is tragic.
You hate to see it.
Oh, a moment of silence for... Ooh, J-Bag taking one right through the vision denial.
You know, all of a
30
sudden,
seconds
Boise
left.
State flashing themselves with the
Was it?
KO flash.
With
the KO flash doesn't seem as bad
yeah,
now.
the heat might be off W Panda for that one. J-Bag
That's-
coming in with a 3K to seal up the round, bringing us to 5-1. I'm a little worried here, Boise State. You might want to calm down a little bit, because if you put us in a 6-1 or 6-0 curse, Delaware might turn their monitors on and go ham. So
Well, they definitely have the ultimates to do so right now. They're
They
going to have the
do.
ulti advantage. Enough for a... Well, they might be doing a half buy right now.
okay, Omen's teleport. This is the map that's for. When they came up with Omen's teleport, the devs were sitting there looking at a map of Haven. I hope to see a real replay ready, absolute just 900 brain.
A real Yoru eat your heart out moment.
Some ethos level play.
Dreammaker is going to throw that shock dart through C-Long. Going to throw another one for good measure through the smoke. Knives also brought out by Delaware. We see one where it looks like the Raze is spotted in mid, with Panda also holding down on B side right now.
Ooh. And it's all right here on J-Bag's turf. Gravity Well does a good job of putting him right where he can get the wall bang. He knows where the second one is, but it's not there. But Dreammaker can follow it up. Takes the third. Oh, what a slaughter. Bringing us to a 5-2, and they're already clearing out mid. J-Ball. Ooh. Dreammaker taking one out of the air. And that was... Knives weren't activated there, were they? It sounded like it was, but
They
maybe
were.
They were? Oh, that is rough.
Well, Safadi making the play, the 5-1 clutch.
Yeah,
Use
let's
the
see it.
teleport.
Ace clutch.
Well, they're pinching him in here.
Ooh.
It's going to be difficult.
Is he caught in cubby? The Lear comes out. They sweep in on him. Yeah, and
Well,
he's
he
just
managed to
an
pick up another.
absolute bullet rain. He does get one, but 6-1 in the name of Boise State. If we can break through this half, we start making permanent progress. You know, Delaware can still catch up and bring us to a 6-6 if they play it well here. But what do you think they'll have to change? What do you think Delaware isn't making happen right now?
That's really a tough one. It seems like a lot of the split pushing that we saw earlier from Delaware, there's a little bit of that at the beginning, but they seem to be committing much more as a group during this map.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we have definitely gotten some 2Ks and 3Ks or some good info from just peeking through a doorway and seeing several red faces.
I mean, I gotta say, the Boise utility was really good in Ascent with look at that.
Oh, that Hunter Fury is huge. Just looking right at one. Trying to get this third one off.
Woo! That at least some good, at least some good information there.
Ball with a great flash. Doesn't. Oh, it considered operating off that one, but it didn't happen.
Oh, I like those shock darts. I'm gonna be using the owl drone here, trying to find someone in the corner. Is able to get one, so he knows where. That's a great pick from Jabold up from heaven. Boise State pushing in as a unit right now.
Yep, J-Bag and J-Ball just taking turns, taking care of people. J-Bag looking to sweep out through hell. There's nobody there. Gets the spray off. Very important to have that spray down. 4-2. We do have Astra a little bit low health here, but this should be enough to hold down the site. All that utility's going out, but sounds like they're not hanging out there anymore.
Nope, they're in fact moving over to C.
Will be first on site, sees one and takes it. That's huge, taking that jet down. Now they've just got one person to worry about. They can basically send in one as a decoy for the defuse. Ooh, and that's going to be it. W Panda goes down, but they're able to follow it up.
Okay, you know what I actually think is kind of the biggest thing that's changed for Boise State due to the first? I think it's actually been the one-on-ones. Like, they have been so much more consistent in these duels. When we started out on Bind, Delaware was the one winning the duels. You know,
really were.
The Vandal v. the Vandals getting more of those headshots. But now Boise State seems to have really tightened things up, and that's really paying dividends for them. They're in a huge lead right now.
Yeah, that's a good thing to note. The progression over the course of the day is huge. And I mean, when you've had two excruciatingly long games, it is tempting to get lax on the mouse in Game 3. But being able to tighten up, make those changes, and appreciate the value you get out of a good 1-1, I think is really turning around for them, yeah.
J-Bag taking a little bit of a look here into Garage, who's really kind of been shut down very heavily by this Astra.
Yeah,
the gravity wells and the smokes.
Yeah, having half of her utility right there on the doors.
Maybe
some suppressive fire on A long. It looks like we're getting some rotate over there. People start to posture that direction.
We do see the rotation in from Dreammaker now to take Heaven. Mr. Bolt is taking a very tight angle on A. Panda catches out Brown, and the spike is actually going to go down from C. So solo holding C, Panda picks up a double.
That was a nice one. That is not the read that we were having earlier. We were postured way towards A and pushing up on C, but we fixed it now. Able to take two out, bringing us to a 4-3. Starting to move in. J-Bag doing a good job of just watching his corner. Wow, that was rough. Peeked onto two people. Jabal definitely has the utility pack to be doing that, though. Gets the flash out while we have the Wolf coming after him.
Oh, that's a flank I was not expecting there.
That is rough.
John doing work for Delaware. Pushes it to a 3-2. Delaware still hasn't gotten the spike down.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they kind of were holding sight for a while, being very deliberate.
For as many times as they push, they haven't gotten the spike. I think this is the third time the spike's been down in 8 rounds. So
that is crazy. They do value the kills over then, apparently. Being very careful. Ooh, that's rough. You know they're closing in on you when that happens, and you've got to take care of what's most present.
He doesn't really have. He's not going to have the time to deal with 3 people on the spike.
But
so
some extra creds would be nice, considering that you just got a standard gun. Ooh,
nope, they're going to double peek him.
But they just go crazy with the paint shells, and 3 people on screen after that last peek. So they got the exit frag. That's all right. 7-2.
One thing I'm not the biggest fan of that Delaware's been doing right now is that this teleport has been held on for a very long time. It's kind of like it's kind of like when we normally see Cypher brought out and the mine hack is just held on the entire round, and it's like you can normally get at least 2 ultimate charges if you're playing pretty average. So holding it on for this long, it's really guaranteed that it's only going to be one time.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's not going to be a perfect time for it, right? Like when you're alone, you feel like anywhere you go, they're going to be covering, and when you're with other people, you feel like, well, they could just do it. I don't need to move there. So
And especially with the Sage, you know, not being picked at all today, you know, it's really a thing of, you know, once you get one pick, you know, if you're happy using your ultimate just to get one pick,
yes,
that's still it being used pretty well.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of expectation of value out of that Omen ult, so it's hard to pull off sometimes.
And it can just be used, you know, to just help get info, you know, just know where Boise State's played.
Yeah.
It seems the ultimate ult. Oh, that's a great pick by John. Been doing a great work. And speaking of ultimates being used, Killjoy is going to be used on the point. Havster, though, taken out by J-Bag. Broncos get out of the way here. Dreammaker trying to get the peek through the wall. He's going to get out of range. Oh, picks up the op as well.
Close angle op when they know where you're coming from. Dangerous, but absolutely pays off. Now they can move into sight. Oh, that smoke going down was rough, but it's a 1-for-1. That's totally worth it now that we're at 2-for-1. Ooh, got attention up on Heaven as this ops here. They should be able to creep up on him, attach him from the side.
And again, Delaware hasn't placed the spike down, so they can't play with that defensive mindset of you get the spike down, now at least you know you can get into a more safe sightline.
It really is a different play style when it's a post-plant scenario, because you can't just back off the site. You have to keep pushing and keep pressing, even out into defensive spawn before you can even put the spike down when there's nobody else to guard you. So I think they need to put more energy in getting in and getting it down instead of getting in and, you know, trying to pack some kills.
We're 2 rounds away from halftime. Boise State at 8-2 so far. All right.
Wow, a huge lean towards C as we have 2 people move very aggressively into A. Looks like that flash got somebody because they're going nice and slow. Ooh. And here is the aggressive, a good read because we got a lot of people moving in double doors, B-box, and maybe C-long.
Gonna throw down one more of those stars.
A real split.
And it's really been, it kind of shows how much Boise State is valuing Garage when they've been committing so much Astra utility to it. And it's really kind of taken that out of the range for Delaware. They really haven't, I think I've seen 1 or 2 times they've pushed B. They are normally going A to C.
Yeah, and I mean, but even just looking at the map from a mathematical standpoint, it is the straightest line from, you know, spawn to spawn. So this can be a real weak point. If you don't put a lot of utility on the doors, then it's an easy place to get to B and C and spawn. So I appreciate that Astra locking down there, but
Boise State now up 5-3. Ooh, there goes the teleport. We were wondering where it's going to be.
Everybody turn around real quick.
Might have been canceled because Boise State has 5 members, so they can hold down these backlines pretty well.
Ooh,
going to be using the Empress. That's the first pick.
Looking to drop in. Takes one in the smoke. Beautifully played. Oh, doesn't even need to move on to sight. Sees another one. And there it is, 9-2. They did get the spike down that time. And that's the thing. Getting the spike down is what, 300 credits? That's just extra money in the pocket.
Right. I mean, when you think, you know, that's probably at least 3,500. You know, if they had gotten one down for the other 7 rounds, then that's still 3,500.
And I mean, you just use it for
that's an extra full buy.
Time. Yeah.
Right now.
Round. Will it happen? You know what we're thinking. It's 9-2 right now.
Yeah, Boise State would be, that would just be a nice little bit of, mental boost, if you will.
Yep. Oh, wow, look at this buy. We've got 3 ops.
Ops for everybody.
Ops for everybody. Sell our utility. It's going ops.
Going full Oprah. You get an op. You get an op.
You get an op. And you get an op. Shell's looking to hold that. Ooh, we have the showstopper coming out. I don't think I've heard of it.
I mean, actually, when you think of... Okay, we get it. You have a lot of money, Shells.
Save the op there for later.
When you really think about it, you're counting many more ops when you're counting the Tour de Force brought out.
Oh, that's true. Oh, right on top of it. It doesn't happen. Oh, so intense. Shell's got to back up a little bit. Dreammaker picks up the op, looks to cover that site because it's already down in box. A good info arrow out. Ooh!
There it is.
Giving away that shoulder, and we're down to 10-2.
They avoid the 9-3.
Yeah, they broke it. We're safe. We're safe.
I'm just going to do a celebratory Hunter's Fury as well.
Good times, considering the safers.
I learned that the hard way one round, that the Hunter's Fury can indeed take out your own teammates.
Exciting. All right, by phase.
Do you think we're going to see a huge change in gameplay? Switching?
You know, I think maybe just to make a statement for as few times as Delaware actually planted on point,
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if Boise State just charges and gets it on point first thing.
It looks like they're posturing towards B. Looking to get some mid control and maybe branch out someplace. Maybe they're considering... oh, is that a teleport set up between B and C?
No, it's back in spawn, I think, the other teleport.
Gotcha.
No,
Alright,
that's a
Boombot
trademark
coming out
over
for
there.
it. Oh, following up on that Boombot is huge.
Reloading.
Relay taking down J-Bag, and J-Bald looking to follow that up, sending in this massive, gets the info, and doesn't even play on it.
But here's the thing where the Omen can't match the Astra just in how much util you can place down on that garage. So Boise State, I think, is going to have more opportunities to push up through there than Delaware had.
Ooh. Good info, J-Bald, but it's just not swinging off that info, so he's gotten another dart coming out, trying to get some info. Looks like we're pushing up into window. Might be able to move over to C. Looks so clear so far. Good checking the 50-50. Wow.
Right on top of point there.
Oh my goodness!
What is that?
Too many people. BSU Shell's looking to take one more here. Nice, right in the face. Bringing us to a 2-1.
that?
They were all right. That's not what defenders are
What
supposed to do.
is that garbage?
I don't know if they
I'm sorry, I
realized that
don't
they're on
mean
the
that
switch.
in an insulting way. I mean it in the term of like,
A
I'm
cheese, yeah.
playing. It's like that's what I would have said if I was playing. It's like, because that's such a cheesy strat.
Yeah, see, here's the
It's
thing.
not a comment on Dell, it's a comment on the strat.
It's so much more upsetting when it works, though, and you know it has to have worked in the past for them to do it again. This was a good pick
I mean,
from
when
the Ghost.
you're this far behind, I can see pulling out something like that. You know.
have to play differently to.
I mean, I
upset.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
That's
was
the
a little
one
scary.
moment with the Ghost, you just start pressing the left mouse button as soon as you can. There's no way I can miss here.
Ooh. Bird coming out. Doesn't get a lot of utility. Was kind of spent a little bit too long. We see it really hard packed on B and mid, especially after that press we just had. So looks like we're going to set up into A, and we've already got a lot of entry utility in. Looks like we can take it pretty quickly. Taking care of people, trying to get this spike down. Like you were saying, just pushing full force 5 in, getting the spike down. Wow. Safadi and Javstar pushing way in through the smoke. We're able to take some before Safadi and Bella go down, bringing us to a 3-2.
Oh.
John takes another one, but W Panda replies and just closes it all up, shuts the briefcase, brings us to a 12-2 by taking that last kill.
Well, it would have to be quite the rally from Delaware at this point. Boise State having the ulti advantage too with that tour de force.
And that was just a demoralizing shutdown that round. We really did consider B and then full force push A and really just swept in.
This could very well be the final round, especially Panda buying that classic. I think that's definitely confirmation the tour de force is going to be brought out. There it is.
Nice. All right, this is
Here
the
we
time
go.
to go
What
all
if
out.
what if they all did that same cheese strat and the slow went on to all of them after one pick? I wouldn't be surprised. That's just the way this game is going. It looks like we got a few shots through garage here, so one person holding their shells. Very nice pick onto John. That's going to open things up. Dreammaker also picking up an ult point. Not that he can charge it this fast, but you never know.
Ooh, a C long play this late? A little scary. I know Delaware probably doesn't have the money for a whole lot of ops right now, so it's understandable. But
Yeah, Boise State can beat them in terms of just the pure range here.
Yep. W Panda.
Oh!
No! The jet on the box. You got to listen for the updraft right there when the gates go up.
Boise State's still going to be able to plant here.
J-Bald gets the spike down. Watching the spot. Oh, all the crossfires right here. Anyone who walks through that is just absolutely flamed.
They definitely think... Oh, well, looks like J-Bag was just able to... Actually, that angle, yeah, that does give both of those entryways you and just takes them out in garage. That's going to be it. Boise State winning in Haven quite decisively, 13-2. But overall, throughout tonight, it was a very close match. Best of 3 going over to Boise State. who had such an incredible... They could have made it a 2-0 because Bind was so close. It went to double overtime.
Yep.
But overall, two very evenly matched teams, and Boise State goes up to 4-1 in ECAC Collegiate Valorant. So they're going to be very happy with that. Well, Boise State Esports is always looking for new talent in production and, of course, broadcast. If you are wanting to join the Boise State team, then remember that top talent along with good grades and eligibility can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Alrighty. Well, that was a very long Valorant match, and that makes it, when the matches are this long, it makes it that much harder to choose a player of the game because there were so many moments, but...
Gosh.
I have to say Jabald. Jabald, like on the Brimstone, he was so good on Ascent on Brimstone that I would give it to Jabald.
Man, we could talk all day. And agent variance, too, is a big one for me. Let's see what they gave him to. Oh, W Panda had some crazy stuff.
It was W Panda.
All right, yeah. Mason Lewinsky from Meridian, Idaho, looking to clutch it up tonight. And some excellent plays for sure. Very enjoyable to watch.
Now it's a great collateral there, too.
We saw some great growth of a person tonight with W Panda.
Had a few difficult moments there on the KO, but overall some great plays here as well. That's the ICCU Player of the Game, brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. W Panda is the Player of the Game. I forgot about that. That was that's okay. I can see now. I see it. Because that one pick that's worth the price of admission right there.
Yeah.
Really, and this was the redemption flash.
And that guy that just kept running had to absolutely hunt him down.
Well, that is going to do it for this match. Also, looking back on everything, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, my goodness. We just saw so much good gameplay tonight, so much long gameplay. I'm glad that we got some clutches and some really good return uphill sweeps.
And you know what? I got to say, right in the balance changes, if you wanted to bring Brimstone and Omen back, you certainly did that. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I'm glad to see them getting some spotlights again. So a lot more diverse in terms of the controllers we saw. So very fun match tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams to join out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Thank you for watching us tonight. Enjoy your top 5 plays of the game. Have a good one. So that's why I like the angle that the Reyna is taking here, because they could very well decide to just all go through B, of course. If that's the case, you got to have, well, that might open it up for A for Delaware.
Oh, J-Back doesn't get the cheese instead.
Oh, he's waiting. Look at that patience.
The patience. Go for 2. Might get the 3rd.
That is beautiful. Gonna throw out another trademark. I like these kind of aggressive uses of the Sentinel's abilities here to try to clear out an angle. He's gonna be making his way onto A side here. He's gonna have to clear out these angles one by one. Oh, gets the headshot!
Oh, understand. That's just so...
Looks like Plant is going to be going through B here. Relay with the pick onto J-Bag is going to make it tougher, and Boise State is going to get that blind pushed on them. That's a great flash. Double the collateral from Panda, picking up a triple, and that is Boise State.
A lot of classics from the from Delaware side, so I would not be surprised if we saw it.
Oh my God. Okay, well, you know what? Wallbang with the ghost, why not? Dreammaker's going to make it work.
Cloudburst takes a second wallbang. There's just a graveyard out there in mid. That was crazy.
Okay, he has to know that Japster is up here. Oh, is able to take out Dreammaker. Jabot with a wallbang. He's gonna stall this out again like he did last time with the orbital strike.
Good call. Trying to get out of the way. Takes one on the exit. Another one. Just one more, and he does it too good. With a 4K, Jabot excellently played. Now he just gets to pick for...